Woof, is it hot. South Florida in the summertime. After this, I'm going down to hell to cool off. Anyway, it all started last year at my first concert special. The show was called The Boy from New York City, and we shot it in Chicago. It's kind of a joke.
You know, I think that's how Chicago got started. I think a bunch of people in New York said, gee, I'm enjoying the crime and the poverty, but it just isn't cold enough. Let's go west.
Luckily, the show was a big hit. 3 of my agents were in the wings. So excited, they were drooling all over themselves.
I hope you enjoyed it, Chicago.
Bobby,
Thank you very much.
we're getting excited. Are we excited?
We're getting very excited.
I already booked a deal for a sequel. We're shooting in Miami next year. We're going to make a lot of money off of this kid.
Huge.
The minute I got off stage, the agent started hyping me about the sequel in Miami. How big we're going to be, how famous I'm going to get, you know. The old dog and pony show.
We love you as a person.
Brilliant, Dickie. Brilliant.
We're gonna make so much money. Oh, we're gonna make so much money. Money.
A minute? Can I get a minute? And then I heard it.
You can have more than a minute with me.
So, still the purple suede, huh? I might have known you'd show up. In fact, I was kind of expecting it. Just let me ask you one question. Who are you?
The name's Jill, and I saw your show tonight. I'm a dull person from a small town with a very low opinion of myself. I actually believe that sleeping with entertainers somehow makes me more exciting. I use lies and skillful sex to entrap men in relationships that leave them emotionally empty and financially devastated.
Nice to meet you. I'm a former fat kid from New York, plagued by incredible self-doubt. I wear beautiful women like a tie pin because, you know, I wasn't popular in high school and I need constant reassurance that I'm attractive. I dangle my celebrity like a fishhook. And then I'm shocked when I reel in a psychotic loser. Like you.
You got any condoms?
You ever been to Miami?
No.
Hey, what happened to the lights? Hey, what are you guys doing? Hey!
Come on, boys!
Hey, I saw her first!
Hold it for a photo, Mr. Jeni.
Hey, hold it! A year later, we all flew to Miami. Perfect. Guys, is this great or is this perfect? Perfect.
Perfect.
The sun, the big blue. This is Miami Beach. Whiplash! God, I love nature. Love it, love it, love it. Take it. Take it. Hey, Jill, you better be careful with those rays out here. Use that sunblock that I gave you?
Yeah, I did, but...
I think maybe I put it on too late, boy.
Too late.
Way late.
Not early enough.
Speaking of late, you better get up to your room and get ready for the show.
Relax. I got plenty of time.
I have 5:10.
I got 5:20.
It's 5:30. I better move my ass.
Are you sure?
All right, guys, give Jill the lift, okay?
Done.
Hey, what do you want to do with these?
Cut them loose. They're kind of small.
Where the hell is Jeni? It's almost showtime. I don't know. He should have been here. Dickie! Where the hell are you?
Relax, I'm on my way. How's the crowd?
Hold on, I'll check. Better get here quick.
On the way. Damn the torpedoes. Full speed ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Richard Jeni.
Yeah! Hello, Miami! We're here in Miami because it's a special place. A place full of love. A place where thousands of different nationalities get together and give each other the finger on I-95. An amazing thing. Yes. What a great flight, too, I had in here. Why are the pilots always so depressed about flying to South Florida? You always have a pilot coming on that sounds like he's got gas, you know? The guy's always like, I had a guy in the plane. Folks, this is your captain speaking. Oh, Jesus. Pardon me. The cool thing about the flight, though, is they make all the announcements twice. You know, they have some guy going, for your convenience, we have air sickness bags. And then a very happy Spanish person goes, El receptacles de barfo. El receptacles de barfo. Estazo un coquillamos en el bago de hivo in front of your goddamn face. Right? Isn't that a great thing? Yeah. What a brilliant thing. It's like even if the plane crashes, you know, they'd have to make that announcement. They'd be going, oh my God, we're about to crash. Someone else would go, por favor, kiss your ass, buenos noches. Please kiss your ass, buenos noches at this time. We are about to crash into a giant Montano. Have your Dentalo records handy. It's the big enchilada. Yeah. So you can tell I speak Spanish fluently. I don't really know the language. It just sounds good to me, though. It always sounds like people are just proud. They have that sound of, hello, how do you do? I'm Hispanic. Out of my way, I'm talking. Get away. Can't you see I'm conversing with someone right now? For example, I was in the bathroom at Miami Airport, and usually you're embarrassed to be in the bathroom because, you know, it's the bathroom. But in Miami, the bathroom is called El Baño de Caballeros. God damn, I was proud to be in there. My caballero was proud as well. Both of us were proud. I took him out with a flourish of a matador. Ole! There he is. Pardon me, senor. I did not mean to tap you with my caballero. Do not stare at him, will you? A caballero watcher? Back off. Staying in a condo down here in Miami. You may have seen it. It's the one with the really old people. Have you been to that one? I'm not going to make fun of old people. I love old people. I think they're great people. I just think if you're a security guard for an entire condominium, 100 should be the cutoff age. That's my attitude. I'm not saying that the guy's too old. You know. I mean, he's a nice guy. He's a nice guy, but he should retire. He's in a golf cart. He's got cataracts. He can't see, you know. He's wearing a diaper. He's going 3 miles an hour on a thing. Nice to know if I am attacked, Mr. Magoo will be in hot pursuit. He's over there. Oh, hey, wait a second. Oh, the condo hey, whoa! Help, I've fallen and I can't get up. Condo. A cheap joke, and the people rejoice. But enough about me. Let's talk about you. How many people in the crowd are married? Applaud if you're married. I always ask the crowd because that's the big decision of anybody's life when they get older, you know? You say to yourself, man, I'm getting a little older here. What am I going to do? Got to say to yourself, married or single? A choice. Not a happy one, but, well, it's a choice you have to make. It's like when your doctor goes, well, ointment or suppositories? It's that type of a choice. And you got to say to yourself, you got to pace around going, man, what do I want to do? Do I want to be single and spend my life running around with a bunch of different morons? Or do I want to be married and stay home every night with the same moron? Do I want to go out every night and talk about a bunch of shit I'm not interested in? Or do I want to stay home every night and talk about a bunch of shit I've heard before? Do I want to spend a lot of nights in a bathroom touching myself with a dirty magazine? Or do I want to be married and spend a lot of nights in a bathroom touching myself with a dirty magazine? These are the choices we have to make. My parents got a divorce. I didn't care. Because even when I was a kid, my parents had one of those marriages that was so bad. I'd be 5 years old and look at them and go, this shit ain't going nowhere. I was about 11 years old. My mother comes to give me the big speech that they're splitting up. That's the word they use. We're splitting up. I go, what are you, the Beach Boys? Talk English. Splitting up. I was doing a coloring book. I was busy. I was like, yeah, Mom. Your father and I are splitting up. What a surprise. So what are you telling me for, I asked her. She says, well, since you're the oldest son, you're going to have to be the man of the house now. I go, yeah, Mom, take a pill and lay down, man of the house. I'm 11. I'd like to help you, but hey, I got flaps in my pajamas. Do I look like I'm running anything around here? But you're the man. I go, Mom, I can't do it. I'm busy. I got no car. I got no money. I got the sex drive of a buffalo. I got a lot of stuff to do. But you want to help your mom out, you know? I was 11, and I said, I got to help her. I've been watching my dad long enough. How hard could it be? I know what the job of my dad is. I started doing it. I was 11 years old, and I took over as the dad. Got myself some long boxer shorts with sailboats. I'm 11, I got some sandals with black socks and started wearing those around the house. I'm 11, coming home from school, shutting off every light in the place, going, hey, what the hell do I look like? The goddamn electric company? Nobody in that room. What the hell is the light doing on in there? Been out busting my ass in that school. When I come home, I don't want to hear any bullshit out of any of you. Got no car, I got no money, and I'm growing hair in places I was afraid to wash yesterday. Now shut up! I tried to take over for Dad. And the only thing I couldn't do, that my father could do, is know everything that ever happened in history. My father's main job, to run around smoking, going, shut up, what do you know? You don't know anything about that, Richard. What do you know about that? I'd be 11 and go, hey, Dad, what kind of work will I do when I get to be a grown-up? My father would be like, work, Richard, you don't know what work is. When I was a kid, I was working when I was 6 weeks old in a coal mine. I go, Dad, you were a coal miner? I was a shovel. I couldn't get a job as a miner. To shovel coal with my face, and I made 4 cents a month, but I did what I could to help out. I go, yeah, look, Dad, can I go out at some, you know, it's a little hot in here, and hot! You don't know what hot is, buddy. When I was a kid, it was 4,000 degrees in this house. People would melt right in the house. Be playing a game with your sister, boom, a pile of goo with some panties on a Parcheesi board. That's the way it was. I go, Dad, please, you're raving here. I'm getting a little hungry. Could I? Hungry? You've never been hungry in your life. When I was a kid, there was no food at all. We had to suck lint right off the carpet. We were lint suckers. Lint-sucking, melting coal miners. And I'd get mad and go, well, if things were so bad, why didn't you just leave town? Because we had no arms and legs, that's why. We couldn't afford them. We were stumps in those days. Lint-sucking, melting, coal mining stumps. Tried to get out of town. Me and my brother stole a car one day. Then we got in it, we realized, we got no arms. Who the hell's gonna drive this thing? I'm on the seat trying to steer with my head. He's on the floor trying to bite the brake pedal there. I finally got out of town. You know what happened? Nobody could open the goddamn door up. Yeah, if it wasn't one thing, it was another. We were dead, lint-sucking, melting, coal mining stumps. We slept 49 to a bed, stacked up like Lego blocks, sweating on each other and hoping we didn't melt during the night. But we were thankful for what we had. Thanks for applauding. When I was a kid, we had no applause. We had no arms. How the hell were you going to show your appreciation? If you liked the guy, you had to bang your head into the stump in front of you and give a guy a stumping ovation. That's the way it was. Come home with a black eye and a bloody head, and people would say, what happened to you? I saw a great show. Wore my stump out laughing at that guy. Let me see those cigs. Throw those up there, Marlboros. Whose are these? Are these yours? Are these your cigarettes? These are yours? Mind if I have one? Thank you. It's so... Go ahead, wing it up there, lady. Ooh. Try it again. Thank you very much for applauding absolutely nothing. Got to admire that in a crowd. I have to smoke on stage, Daryl. You know why? There's no place else left. People just hate you so bad if you smoke. I go over people's houses now and light up a cigarette. They are just devastated. They have a look of, my God. Why don't you just relieve yourself on the children while you're at it? Go ahead, they're inside. Oh, God, right in our home, what a vile bastard. I feel faint. Quick, someone get me a Perrier and a motivational cassette tape. You ever smoke and have them throw you out of the house, Daryl? Isn't that amazing? They throw you out altogether. You go, do you mind if I smoke? They go, yeah, but would you go outside? You're walking out going, well, there wasn't a lot of point in inviting me, was there? Could have smoked in front of anybody's goddamn house. If this was the case, I didn't have to come here. Next thing you know, there's some dog looking at you like, you too, huh? What do? Lick your balls in front of the company? Yeah, that's why they put me out here. That's my dish. Help yourself. You go, look, I'm not a dog. Well, you're not in the house either, are you? What do you say we stop by the toilet for a drink, me and you? Would you mind not smoking? I have a very sensitive snout. You gotta read the warnings, though. Don't you get scared? You ever read that? It says right here, if you smoke, you could have a premature birth. I'd be worried about that. You know, you don't be out somewhere going, oh, I was just saying the bill that... Whoa. Just walk away from that, Bob. Yeah, I see it, I see it. Just roll it under the buffet table there, if you would. God, this is embarrassing. $50 Levi's down the tank. Down the tankaroo! Here, put that out if you don't mind. Tonight would be good. Thanks. Got us not smoke, it's a bad thing. You have any kids, lady? Me neither. People ask me, you have kids? And I go, oh, I don't even have real plants. Back off. You have kids? No. Some lady in the front last night had 11 kids. I go, 11? She goes, what's wrong with that? I go, well, nothing. If you're a salmon, chill out, lady. Go to a movie, relax a minute. I think if you have kids, though, don't buy them a TV. Because they always see parents on TV to make you look bad, you know? I used to watch the Brady Bunch on TV, and I used to say, man, why don't I live there? I mean, my parents weren't bad, right? But you look at the Brady Bunch, and you look at your own parents, and you look at the Brady Bunch, and even if you're not the brightest kid, you're going to go, what am I doing with these losers? I want to live in that Brady house. They had things in their house I never saw in my life. Things I never dreamed about. Breakfast, for example. Now, I asked my mother, I said, Mom, they told me in school to get a hot breakfast. My mother, hot breakfast. Swallow some water in the shower. And I'd sit there every day with my little chair, you know. I'd be sitting in front of my little chair all day with that Brady Bunch thing and the remote control, and I'd be sitting there like, wow, look at this house. This is amazing. I told my mother, I said, Mom, come over here. Come here for a minute. Sit down in this chair. Come here. Sit down. Look at that television. That's the Brady Bunch, Mom. That's America. Can we get with the program here? Notice a couple of things. Notice that they are managing to raise all these kids without beating the shit out of them every 5 minutes. They never even hit the kid on once. I never saw one episode. The mother wings a high heel at Greg's head. Look at that television, Mom. Take a look over there. 7 in the morning, the whole house is awake on the Brady Bunch. And not only are they awake, they look damn good. That mother's got a ponytail and a sundress, basket of rose petals. She's skipping upstairs to wake the boy up. She opens the door, and even in his bed, he looks good. His hair's coiffed, his pajamas are pressed, there's no drool on his pillow. He's an American. And his mother comes in with rose petals like, it's morning, we're poaching, we're baking, we're frying, we're squeezing, God damn it, get up. But Mother, I must brush my teeth. Oh, don't be foolish, you're a Brady, they're clean. Take my hand, come along. Sit down, son. There's eggs and juice and pork products of every kind. How come our house doesn't look like that, Mom? Let's face it, Mom. 7 in the morning, this place is a Stephen King movie. Children of the Cornflakes. Every day I woke up in that house in New York, it was pitch black. 43 degrees. Bats hanging upside down. Curtains blowing out the window. My mother's down the hall. She ain't getting up. She's dead. Her door's bolted. Fog's coming out of it. And I still have nerve damage to this day. Because the first thing I heard in the morning was her screaming from her room to mine. You just hear, Richard! It's 7 o'clock! If you don't get up, you're gonna be late for you! And dairy animals would be at the window going, you guys call us? And then if you don't move, they keep telling you the time. It's 7:30! It's time to get up! And the sad thing is, you're in your bed just as stupid as she is. Not moving, going, I'm up! And the whole day, everybody's yelling, but nobody's going anywhere. On the Brady Bunch, they're out contributing to the economy. Here, it is just this interbed, demented howling going back. It's 9 o'clock! I don't hear the water running in there! And he's making shit up. I have a silencer on the faucet! If you had a job, you'd be awake. If I had a gun, you'd be dead. Shut up! It's 11 o'clock! Sometimes the entire day would go by with nobody moving. You could walk past the house and hear, it's midnight! And the neighbors would be downstairs in their pajamas. Get the fuck out of that bed! Left this morning, you idiots were yelling. But still, nobody moved. It's November! You missed another year of school! Get up! I'm coming in there! Well, I'm getting up now. And the reason I'm getting up is that you should put some makeup on before you bust into somebody's room at 7 o'clock in the morning. Put on some makeup! The Brady Bunch mother has makeup on. They're glad to see her when she walks in. She's got an outfit from Bloomingdale's, you know? Ponytail and a sundress. My mom used to walk in with an outfit from beyond the grave. She used to have like a hooded robe and a sickle and just a... Just kick the door open with a closed hoof. You'd be chalk white against your headboard. Mother! And a finger would come out. Leave this place. But Mom! Get out. I need 3 meals a day. eat lunch twice. Oh, no. Why can't you put on some makeup before you come in? And then if I get around you, I have to walk all the way to school. We live in New York, if you don't notice. It's snowing out there sometimes. Why can't I get a lift to school? The Brady kid gets a lift. That father is up 7 in the morning. You ever see the father on the Brady Bunch? Yeah. What is it, 7? Think I'll put on my tux, donate to a charity, and drop you kids at school. 7 o'clock in the morning. My father didn't finish clearing phlegm until 11:30. I couldn't get near the guy. I'll be over there. I'll be with a trash cover. Hey, Pop, do you think you could... All right, back off, Dad. Just get away from the door. Cut it out. This is embarrassing. The dog's wearing a visor, for God's sake, Dad. I'm in a horror movie. My mother's on one side. Father, I'm at the window. Help me! Help! Get me out! That's why I think you shouldn't buy a kid a television set. What a great crowd. Just so much better than staying home, watching the late night cable. I like watching the baldness guys. Those are the guys that kill me. You ever see those guys? You start losing a few hairs, and right away there's a guy on your TV going, "Men, are you afraid that one day your wife will be running her fingers through your hair and you won't be home?" Oh, shut up and get off my television. $79.95 for this toupee, and you can swim with it on. There's the guy. Is that bullshit or what? So I figured since I got some time on my hands and I'm losing massive amounts of hair, I could come up with my own cure for baldness. And I've been working on it. Step by step, logically. Because I went to college. I got a degree in political science, and I learned stuff. I learned that was a major mistake. Yeah. And I graduated with honors, and I got a diploma and an endowment of cash and a trip, and it was great. And then 2 years later, I was sitting there with a joint the size of a parking meter, watching General Hospital at my mother's house going, "What book did I forget to read?" So I got up, man, and I went back to that college, and I said, I'm going to talk to one of these guys that taught me this. And I found one of those professors. I said, "Hey, you taught me this shit. I got a degree, now what do I do?" The guy goes, "You can teach." I go, "But what are those people going to do?" "They'll teach also." God damn, then you suddenly realize, my God, this is in college, this is Amway with a track team, you asshole. What are you talking about? But I learned a couple of good things in school. Wasn't a total loss. I learned how to be logical in school. And I used logic to solve the hair loss problem. First, I figured out why hair falls off a guy's head. Follow me here. Altitude is the cause. It's only logical. This hair doesn't fall out much, but this hair at a higher altitude falls right out. It's logical. The lower, the stronger. This falls out a lot, this not too much. Chest hair, hardly ever. Pubic hair can't be removed with a vice grip and a grenade. Yes. Nothing will knock it out. But there's always somebody in the audience that goes, "Wait a minute, hold it. I've seen a pubic hair fall out." You didn't see a pubic hair fall out. It escaped. So would you if that's where you lived. You live in a hot, sweaty place, one day there's a bar of soap and you go, "Now's my chance. So long, men." So long, men. I'm a hair of the sea now. And the other hairs are back there waving at him like, "Can't you take us with you, Fletcher? You can't leave us back here to rot in the underwear. You're a Christian." "I'm sorry, men. I must go alone." "Don't you see, if we all get on this bar, they'll be too disgusted and throw it away. We'll all perish in that case. I'll send the others back for you. I'm meeting them there in that corner where the bathtub joins the wall. That's our gathering spot." cause of the problem. Step 2 is find more clues. And there's a clue right here in this room if you look around. A clue to the baldness problem. If you look around, you notice there are many bald guys in here, and not one bald woman. So obviously, women already have the cure, and they won't give it to us. Yes. Yes. Yes, it's true. How can it be, you're wondering, that women could have a cure for baldness and hide it from us all this time? Lucky for you, I'm not busy during the day, and I've been working on this. The one good thing I learned in school, the syllogism. 3-part statement. If the first 2 parts are true, the last part has to be true. And it's a great thing to know, because you could sit in your dorm and get high and make up true shit all day. Bring down my screen. Bring the screen down. Let me explain how this whole thing works. If the first 2 parts are true, the last part has to be true. So what do we know about this whole baldness problem to begin with? First of all, we know... Let me give you an example here. God is love, right? And then the teacher would write down, love is blind. So we've proven beyond the shadow that Ray Charles is God. Exactly. Now, scientific proof, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I use the same method and a lack of any real life to get to the root of the baldness problem. And we find out, number 1, men are going bald, and they're from the planet Earth. Number 2, women aren't losing any hair. So we have proven women have come from some other planet. Beyond the shadow of a doubt. Screen up. Thank you. We'll see you later. Now, how could it be possible that women have come from another planet and we don't know about it? Because they are conducting secret meetings in a place we've long suspected, the woman's public restroom. And again, I can prove this logically. That's why they disappear with 20 women to do something that it only takes 1 person to do. If you got all the way in, you'd see the whole operation. Fax machines, telephones, satellite dishes. The cure for baldness and God knows what else. And that's why, if you notice, the security is extremely tight in the woman's bathroom. Women are allowed in the guy's bathroom anytime they want. We have nothing to hide. Every once in a while, a woman will get drunk and wander into the guy's toilet. What happens? Heroes welcome. You never saw a happier group of guys as when a drunken woman wanders into their toilet by mistake. Every once in a while, a woman walks in like, oh, gee, guys, I didn't realize every guy in the bathroom is like, hey, how you doing? Come on in, join us, for God's sake. I can't show you around right now. I'll get you somebody. Bob? Hey, Bob. Bob, come on out of here. Bob comes out with his pants still there. Hey, how you doing? Guys, look at this. 20 guys. But, you ever walk in the ladies' room by mistake? Good luck. You get about 2 inches in there, you go, oh, gee, girls, I didn't realize. Rapist, pervert! Who the hell was on watch? What the hell is wrong with you people? A few steps more, this guy would have had the cure. Get him out of here. So you can't sneak into the woman's bathroom. And it would seem we're out of luck. But, again, I am determined and not busy during the day. So I snuck into my girlfriend's bathroom at home and started looking around. I said, I'm taking some of this stuff. I took it away. Conditioning cream rinse. I'm borrowing it. Go in the shower and put this stuff on your head. So I did it. Leave it on 5 minutes, but don't get any water on it. Oh, shit. If you're a guy, you can't do this. After a minute, you're done taking a shower. You're freezing with goop dripping down the side of your head, going, geez, I got 4 more minutes. This is how they do it there in their shower, no problem. They put this stuff all over their head, and they have so many other things to do, then the stuff is cooked on the top. They have a lot of other maintenance, you know, shaving, plucking, mowing, sandblasting, all kinds of shit. What's 5 minutes? They haven't even picked up the soap yet. They're still doing their pre-shower warm-up routine. If you're a guy, you're standing there with goop going, Jesus, I got 4 more minutes. Gotta distract myself. Well, guess I could wash my ass again. That'll kill a few minutes off here. And I'll have a bald head and a shiny ass. What a good crowd. Yeah, we need a friendly crowd in our lives. I got into a fight in the South. Well, it wasn't really a fight. I got punched in the face and I fell down. But still, I feel like I participated, you know? And I didn't want to fight him, you know, because he was huge. You know, it was like in my mind, like the boxing announcer was announcing the fight and it didn't look good for me, you know? It was like it introduced me, you know, ding, ding, ding. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the massacre in Mississippi. In this corner, weighing 143 pounds, wearing the white heating pad, from New York City, the Sultan of soft pajamas, the Prince of Perrier, a man who sleeps with both feet on the bed so the boogeyman won't get him. Please welcome Richard, I broke a nail, Jeni. And in this corner, wearing the brown flea and tick collar, weighing 227 pounds, and that's not counting his other leg. You'll recognize him from his role in the movie Deliverance, the Baron of Budweiser, the Sultan of Sodomy, the master of the missing chromosome, a man whose idea of foreplay is, psst, hey sis, you awake? Ladies and gentlemen, Mordecai, the Midnight Mechanic. Ding, 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 ding. This guy wants to fight me. I'm trying to get away from him. He's following me around. I'm Pepe Le Pewing away. Bing, 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 bing. I'm trying to get away. He corners me finally. He shows up, you know. I look up, there he is. He goes, where are you from? I go, New York. His exact words are, well, I guess I'm just some country asshole to you. So I was drinking, so the comedy kicked in. like a guy, no, man. You'd be an asshole anywhere. I wouldn't pin you down to a location. I think you could go anywhere and be an asshole. I say, as an asshole, you have international potential. Yeah. I thought it was funny. That's the last thing I remembered had happened. So I'm laying there on the floor bleeding, right? Saying to myself, what have we learned from this experience? And I learned, and I'll tell all you people that applauded for New York, these people in the South have no time for bullshit. They fight fast. This guy in the South punched me in the face. I fell down. I was bleeding. That was a signal that the fighting had commenced. If you ever see a fight in New York, it takes hours to get the fight started. They're much more interested in the argument than the fight. They can't just fight a guy. They got to find stuff out about him first. Got to get to know the other person in the fight as a person. Takes about a long question and answer period. They got to find stuff out. They got to start whipping their clothes off. All right, asshole. And they got to find stuff out about him first. Most important, do you have a problem? This is the key question to begin any kind of a fight. Do you have a problem? And this takes a long time because nobody wants to admit it. So there's a long argument. No, I don't have a problem. Maybe you are the guy that has the problem. No, I don't have any fucking problem. No, check my fucking pockets. If there's a problem, perhaps you are the guy that has it. Because as for me, there is really no problem. That takes about 20 minutes. Just for that. But even then, they still don't have the fight because the next thing they have to do, positive identification of the man in the fight. Positive identity. Can't fight a guy you don't know. That's why the next question every time is, who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you to start a fight with me? Exactly who the fuck are you to come in here with a problem and start a fight? And then it's only polite to introduce yourself to try and scare the guy. So the next question is always, do you know who I am? Do you know who you're starting to fight with? Hey, I got a black belt, I got a green belt. Hey, I got a seat belt in my car, I'll smack you with that. 30 minutes, still no violence. Then they have to tell you what they would do to you if a fight should accidentally occur. That's the next thing. Do you know what I would do to a punk like you? I will rip both of your eyes out of your head. And I won't even throw your eyes away. I'll put them on a necklace around your neck just to make you look like an asshole. What do you think about that? You'll be reading a book like this with your eyes on a necklace, huh? You'll be scratching your necklace. What's the matter? I don't know. There's something in my eye. Let me tell you something. I will rip your ear off and put it on your knee. How are you going to talk to people then? You'll be like, hey, look at me when I'm... Hey, I can't hear you. Hey, wait, what? I'll roll you in a ball and throw you in a sewer. You'll come up in the ocean and a shark will bite you in half. You'll swim to the top and think you got away. But no, I'll be there in a rowboat with a shovel. Bam! I'll smash your fucking head down. You have a shovel mark in your head, no eyes. Where you going? Hey, come back here. Hey! By that time, you ran away. And then the police come. And this is the funny part of this. When the police come. Because I know people spend a lot of money on vacations to try and go and see a miracle thing like a pyramid or something. If you want to see a miracle, all you have to do is go down to the bar area late at night. And you will see a guy drunk enough to start a fight with a cop. A miracle. A man with no weapons who can barely see, inciting another man to fight him who obviously has a gun and a stick and a radio to call similar individuals with guns to shoot you and sticks to beat your ass in. This guy wants to fight the cop. And the only problem he has with fighting the cop is that the cop has a badge. This is usually the center of his argument. Well, you tough because you got a badge on? Take that fucking badge off. Come on, take the badge off. I'm not afraid of you. Take the badge off. And the cop's going, still have a gun and a stick. I don't give a shit. I'm not afraid of a gun. I'll take your toes off and put them in that gun where the bullets used to be, huh? You shoot a crook, boom, bang, a toe, you're going to look like an asshole. See that guy over there with no eyes? You're next. You'll have no fucking eyes, man. But you got a siren? I'll take that siren and shove it up your ass, all right? How you find a crook with your eyes and your siren? What do you got? What? Handcuff? I'm afraid of handcuffs? I'll handcuff your balls to this radiator, buddy. Then I'll show you dirty photos. You get a boner, you'll burn your balls, all right? You'll be a cop with no eyes, a hot dick, a siren up your ass. Think you get a free donut then? I doubt it, basically. You're not getting any free donuts then. Well, anyway, the important thing is that I'm sweating to the point of possibly dropping dead. I think that's the major point that I want to make. A towel? Yeah. Hey, good throw. Wow, that was almost on the stage in a way. And so, ladies and gentlemen, wow, what do you think of this? Some women in the audience are going, yeah. And then some men are going, yeah. I don't know, I'm assuming that. Not that I know anything about women, I give up. I hate guys that talk about like they know about women. Shut up. They have eggs, you don't. You're not the egg man, you're the walrus. But right now there are people home trying to find out, you know that? Right now there are people at home sitting there, they put those kids to bed. They got that VCR out watching a movie with a name like Romancing the Bone or something. And that husband's sitting there thinking, this is the greatest movie in the world. I've never been disappointed in an X-rated movie. You never sat there going, gee, I didn't think it would end that way. And then he starts thinking, why do we even name porno movies? Why do X-rated movies have names? They all have the same plot. They should all have the same title. Every X-rated movie should be called what it is. Stuff that never happens to you, ever. Starring women you will never be with, ever. And about halfway through the movie, he's thinking maybe this was really a mistake. Because they always have some guy in the movie that makes you look inferior. Yes, every movie needs a star, and this man is the star of the porno movie. And goddamn, he deserves to be. He's that, you know that guy, this guy. Yes, him. He should be the star, goddammit. Because he's not even aroused. Are you aroused? No, this is my normal type of situation. Pardon me, I seem to have knocked over your rack stereo with my sexual equipment. Whoops, the cat's jumped on there. Get off there, pal. And he's sitting there with his wife thinking, my God, I don't know if this was a good idea. He says, honey, does that matter to you? Is it important to have something like that? And there's the wife going, no. No, it doesn't matter. Not in the least. Are you sure? She tries to make him feel good and goes, no, it's not what you have, it's what you do with it. And he's like, whew. But then he's up all night going, what the hell do they mean by that? How many things are there to do with it? What does it do? What is it, a Cuisinart? What the fuck does it do? He's calling his friends up. Bob, it's me. Sorry to wake you. What are you doing with yours? That's what I'm doing. What does it do? It's got 2 speeds, forward, reverse, that's it, right? Call me back if you hear anything. And she's going, why did they have so much oral sex in this movie? And he can't tell her, because that is the best idea that men have come up with so far. Of all the ideas that they have ever thought of in science and architecture and everything else, getting oral sex from a girl is the best idea they've come up with. You ask any guy anywhere doing anything, would he rather be getting oral sex? And if he's honest, he'll go, yeah. Yeah, I would. Even Neil Armstrong, the first guy who ever walked on the moon, who probably did the most mind-blowing thing any guy ever did. Even Neil would be on the moon, and they go, Neil, get those moon rocks. And he's like, Neil, want a blowjob?
This is Houston. We've lost contact with Neil. Shut up, man. I've been in that capsule a long time, okay?
Oh, man. Hey, look, I'm not speaking for all men. Just everyone I ever met. I only speak for the men because I give up. I don't know about women anymore, you know? People say, well, you can find out. They do surveys. You know those surveys? Who's going to tell the truth about their sexual life to some guy that shows up at 10 in the morning with a clipboard? Ding dong. You open the door in a bathrobe. Yeah. Morning, sir. Do you jerk off? What? It's pretty rough talk for a Jehovah's Witness, isn't it? No, I have to know, do you? Well, yeah, I guess so. Not that it's any of your business. When's the last time you did it? I was just finishing up when you walked in. And they find out 90% of all men masturbate. The other 10%, no arms. A proven fact. And only 60% of the women, do you believe that? No! That's why you can't get any reliable, because women are like shy, they don't just blabs things like that like guys do. Watch this, let's do a survey right now. How many women in the crowd stand up and applaud if you own one of those neck massagers? None! Not one! That's about the usual results of my survey. Based on my findings, one woman in Canada bought all 9 billion neck massagers. Why wouldn't you get one? Think about it. Because women could have a thing called a multiple orgasm, you know? Get a neck massager, I would think. No guy ever had a multiple orgasm. One guy did. He died. I found out that some women are so good at having an orgasm, they could actually have one accidentally. Doesn't happen that often, but it can happen. Just be walking down the street, hit the thing the right way, all of a sudden... Oh. Third block in a row. I don't know what's wrong with me today, but I'm going to keep on walking. So you guys do what you want. I mean, all this stuff is just my opinion, right? I'm not here to tell you what to do. You're adults. And we all know, even though all this stuff is kind of funny, really making love to another person is the best thing you can ever do. Much better than masturbation, you know. For one reason, we all know what that is, and that's with masturbation, you can't brag about it to your friends the next day. You know what I'm saying? You go out and get some action, you have a story to tell. Otherwise, you're like, hey, where'd you go after you left the party? You're all proud. All right, check this out. I get home, I'm alone, right? Hey, I didn't think anything was going to happen either, you know? Next thing I know, I shut the lights. I'm all over myself. How many times did you do it? I lost count. I did it upstairs, downstairs, had myself bent over. I am the best I ever had. So you guys do what you want. You've been great to me. You do what you want. I'm just saying, if it was me, just my opinion, if I was a woman, I would say to myself, well, I could have about 40 orgasms a day. I'm married to this guy. He could have about a half of one. I don't want to cheat on him. I guess I could buy one of those neck massagers. Costs about $10. Does roughly the same shit as him. And I don't have to make it waffles 6 o'clock in the morning. See, if it was me, I wouldn't have one vibrator or two. I would have, like, a wine rack. You know, and go in the middle and get the big one out. All right, come on. And just, you know, start it up. But that's just my opinion. You've been great, Miami. Thank you very much. Good night. Thank you very much.
Oh, God. Oh, yes. Oh, right there. You were wonderful last night. I couldn't take my eyes off you during the whole show. Oh, yes. Oh, God. You were in total control. God, that was intense. Do you think that was intense?
Very intense.
Very, very intense.
So that's the whole story. Boy meets girl, girl meets agents, and a deal goes down. I should have known something was up when they didn't come back with us on the boat last night.
Well, I can't say I'm surprised.
I am. I didn't know those guys smoked. God, this is painful.
Losing the woman you love?
No. I'm sitting on something sharp.
I hope this experience isn't going to make you bitter.
Bitter? You kidding? I'm a romantic to the end. I still believe that love is the second greatest miracle in the world.
What's the first?
An all-black hockey team.
That's funny. You know, I'm a big hockey fan.
No kidding, really? Me too.
Yeah, well, I don't get to see many games these days. I'm so busy studying for my master's and driving the boat part-time. I'm really pretty booked up.
You're an unusual woman.
No, I'm not.
No, really. You really are.
No, really. I'm just your average bisexual, gourmet cook, sports fanatic.
So this is how it ends. Thank you. Did you ever have one of those moments in your life when suddenly all your questions are answered? The sky opens, the sun shines, the clouds part. For the first time, you can see what's important and what choices you need to make. Did you ever have a moment like that? Neither have I. And that's why I've always felt close to the platypus. A living symbol of total confusion. He's part duck, part beaver, part fish. He's the only mammal in the world that lays eggs. He's got one foot in the present, one flipper in the past. He just can't make a commitment. In other words, he's just like most people living in the 90s. So if you're confused by nature and you can't make up your mind, it's nice to know that somebody's swimming in a river that's even more screwed up than you are. Woke up this morning and I rolled out of bed. Ran my shower, took a bath instead. Pulled out the drive at 9:45. Thought it all over and pulled back in. Looked at the bedroom, made my way. Went back to sleep, it was a typical day. I'm the Platypus Man. Platypus Man. When your head's cut in two, when your heart's cut in half, all you can do is throw your head back and laugh. Damned if you do, damned if you don't, damned if you will, damned if you won't. Embarrassed to win, ashamed to lose. I'm just like a hooker in sensible shoes.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome Mr. Richard Jeni!
All right. Stop. Quit it. All right. Hey, stop. What if I suck? Wouldn't that be embarrassing? All right, listen, before I say anything and get into the show, I just want to point out that if you're out in the audience and you're thinking about getting into comedy, you have just seen the best reason to do it. A whole band playing for no reason except you happen to be walking in. Isn't that a great feature of a job? I mean, wouldn't that cheer up your job? Every time you do some little bullshit thing in the office, boom, a whole band kicks in. You're hanging in the office, hey, I think I'll take these papers over to the Xerox machine, get them copied, you know. Looks like it's broken, better head back. Hey, thank you. I'm the receptionist. You've been a great office. I'll be here all week. So anyway, my name is Richard Jeni. I'm from New York, where our slogan is, show me a guy with 1 foot, and I'll show you a guy who tried to hide his money in his shoe. All right. Last time I was in New York was for the Democratic Convention. Yes, bunch of people from all the different states bragging about Mr. Chairman, the great and wonderful state of Tennessee. And I was home in front of the TV going, shut up. I've been there, come on. That's the trouble with the convention is they brag so much that it gets really boring. I think the political conventions would be a lot more fun if they would just, send up like the worst guy from the state, and be funny. They go, the chair recognizes the state of Mississippi. And they just send out the fattest redneck in suspenders. Mr. Chairman, Mississippi, state slogan, you'll never be lonely as long as your sister is home state. Is proud to cast all of its southern votes doo-dah. Just be funny about it. Chair recognizes the state of Florida. Florida? Hola, Senor Chairman! Fellow Delegates! fucking sister state? Que todos votaran ahora arriba! Just to show you I'm not being cheesy, my own hometown. We just, chair recognizes New York. State of New York. Hey, Mr. Chairman! So, Doggets. New York, what the fuck are you looking at, state? Was gonna cast all of its votes right now, but like usually happens in New York, some lowlife stole half of the fucking votes. I don't know what happened. We had them last night. The contractors had the key. Let God be the judge. I don't know. Yeah, thanks. Thanks. I don't do a lot of political jokes, you know, because I don't really watch the news, to be honest with you. Because I live alone in a big house, and the 11 o'clock news is way too scary. The 11 o'clock news makes The Exorcist look like a Disney short. You know, I'm all alone in that house at night, man. You know, and I got one of these houses. Anybody's house make these weird Stephen King noises at about midnight? I was being laying in bed all alone, and the roof suddenly goes. What the hell was that? Gonna check it out? Definitely not. Why not? Because I got pajamas on, that's why. What if there is a guy on the roof with a hockey mask and a chainsaw? You can only be so tough in pajamas. What are you gonna do, jump out on that roof, kick off the slippers? All right, asshole. Looks like you got the wrong roof. Yeah, it's a hairnet, what about it? I don't want to watch the news alone in a house. I want to watch happy stuff such as the National Geographic Show. A great show with a great theme song. Dun, 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 dun. If you hear that, you'll know it the rest of your goddamn life. Don't laugh, you're screwed. You all know it right now. Check it out. 1, 2, 3. And now on National Geographic, let us join Jacques Cousteau for a typical episode where he remains safely on deck. And no one seems to notice that they're the ones getting their ass bit off by this week's giant ocean beast. He's so cool, Jacques. He's like getting a tan. You know, he's driving. The Calypso pulled up into an unbelievably dangerous area. I looked through the binoculars and knew we were in the area of a dangerous animal. The giant electrified honey toad exploding. Bad-smelling, saber-toothed, poisonous, lesbian, bulimic squid. Needless to say, I was shitting a brick. Someone had to dive down and poke him in the ass with a turkey baster for scientific purposes. Well, I'll be goddamned if I was going down in that water at my age. I didn't get to be 175 fucking with a giant squid. And so when my son wasn't looking, I snuck up, kicked him in the water, gunned the engine, and took off like a bat out of hell. Be with us next week when he will give an enema to a giant sperm whale. I will remain on deck, seeing that the croissants do not get too well done. Then they crank up the theme music, which is... So join us, won't you? As we follow, thanks. As we follow the platypus. That's a real animal I saw one night. They had the platypus on. I was laying in my bed, chomping popcorn. House. Watching the Geographic show. On comes the platypus. The platypus is the only animal in the world that's a mammal but lays eggs. He has a tail like a beaver and a bill like a duck, but he's neither one. And I was going, wow, this animal is really messed up in the brain. So I kept watching, turn up the volume. They said the platypus lives alone. It has very short legs. It eats late at night and can't even see its food. And I went, wow, this animal is me. I'm Platypus Man. They should put me on the National Geographic show. The adventures of a totally confused, short-legged night feeder. This would be adventure number 1, just trying to fall asleep in that bed with the house. And then I make the big mistake sometimes and put on the news. I told you, it's the worst. They should just call it the bad news. They should be honest, come on television and go, good evening, here's the bad news. Every bloody, disgusting thing that happened today, press into a half an hour right before you go to bed. If you thought you were scared before, you'll soil your pajamas. when we bring out our anchor man, Grim Carnage. Grim, tell him the bad news. Well, the anchor guy should just have like a robe and a sickle. He just pop right out. Good evening, I'm the anchor guy. It's 11 o'clock. Here's who's dead. Thank God the meteorologist comes on. He'll put you to sleep. He's sleep-inducing, isn't he? I'm Bob, the meteorologist. Let's go look at some weather that's not happening anywhere near where we live. What for, Bob? Let's go to the map. Let's go to the map. And I'm laying in bed going, let's not. Want to know the weather? Here, let's go to the map. Come on. Let's go to the window. Why are we going to the map? I don't understand the map. Why are we at the map? You know, I always feel like an idiot when he goes to the map. I don't know what's going on. He might as well have a rat colon on the map. I have no idea what's on the map. Come on, we're at the map. Pay attention, this is really important. Okay, you see this massive glob of white shit that you don't even understand hanging out in the middle of the ocean where nobody even lives? Well, if this thing goes this way to a place you're not going, heads this way over a lot of people that you could give two shits about, and then settles in this section that you haven't even heard of, well, a bunch of dairy animals could experience dew. I'm Bob, the meteorologist. You know, so I'm laying there. So I'm laying there, you know. Shut up, Bob. You're the weatherman. If he was a meteorologist, what would he talk about? That's what I've always said. And it would be a short report. How much could the guy say? Here's Bob, the meteorologist. He'd go, haven't seen any. Back to you. It's totally clear out there. No meteors, no asteroids, no Klingons. Fabulous night for space travel if ever I've seen one. Just get in that rocket and party down. Back to you, Grimster. Take it away, Grim. Well, thank you for that meteor update, Bob. While you were on, other people died. Here's a bulletin from New York. A gang has dug up a murdered nun and killed her again. And now let's go down to Texas, where our reporters are attempting to make a tragedy victim cry on the air. Always, right? Bad enough, the guy is 80 years old and he's in the middle of the highway and his boxer shorts all confused. Got wiped out in the flood, you know. His house is floating away. Do they feel sorry for the guy? Do they help him? No. They're running after him like mice. Sir, sir, you're completely fucked. Any comment? You don't have shit, sir. Any comment? Poor guy's crying. Just once, I wish the guy was drunk when they interviewed him, you know? And he didn't care. Totally confused, the news guy. You know, he's been slamming wild turkey since his house blew away. He could give a shit, you know. Any comment? Hey, fuck off, I feel great. Really? Nah, a thing like this gets you out of the house. I think the couch looks much better in the gas station. How about yourself? You know, with the bunk beds on either side of the highway, the kids aren't fighting as much. So you don't care? Not in the least. What are your plans? I'm going to Disneyland. Well, thank you for that bad news update, Bob. And now let's go to the sports. Football, baseball, basketball, and for some reason, golf. I don't know why they call that a sport. Not a sport. Sorry, I know I'm gonna piss off a certain amount of fat guys in yellow pants. I know it takes a lot of focus and concentration to wear those clothes without laughing, but let's be honest. I don't know, I play golf, I like it, but let's not call it a sport. Tell me if this roughly sums up the white-hot, competitive, dangerous action of a round of golf, right here. Fuck. Shit. with a club, dickhead. Am I leaving anything out here? I don't know. I like golf, but there's not enough chance of major injury. That's why I like football. What a great game. Yeah, football. Great game. Not so much the players, the announcers are really cool. Big announcers up there in that booth with a big geeky headset on, talking about nothing. Hey, look at that player, Bill. What a hit. Looks like his lungs squirted right out of his helmet. What's your analysis? That's gotta hurt, Bob. Thank you, Captain Obvious. Hey, who would you say is buried in Grant's tomb? I'm gonna go with Grant, Bob. No wonder you're getting the big money. Shut up. Why is he talking at all? You know, you're watching this stuff on TV anyway, you know? This is all the announcer has to say. See that? So did I. Back to you, Jim. That's all you gotta say. But they like to talk. Even the referee in football talks too much. Have you noticed this? He's got a little button right here on his belt. And every time a guy does a penalty, they stop the whole game so the ref can turn on the button, announce who did it, and basically humiliate the guy on national TV. This is his whole job, just stop the whole game to embarrass this one. The reason we stopped, the reason we're all hanging around here not doing anything right now, is because some people out here don't seem to know the rules of the game. Do they? Number 71. 71, you fat, waddling hog. Don't try to deny it. We have it on tape. What a loser. Can't really blame the ref, though, can you? Wouldn't you do that if you were him? Think about this. You're a ref. An ordinary guy, you're not making the big money. But, got a little button right there on the belt. You know that every time you turn it on for the first time in your whole stupid life, the whole country has to listen to you. I don't know about you, I'd be stopping that game every 10 minutes just to get some shit off my chest. The hell with the game, I'm talking about me. I'd be right out on that field going, there was no penalty. This has nothing to do with the game or the players. I just need to talk. I'm sorry, this is gonna take a few minutes. Get over here, folks. I don't know how much longer I can keep this shit up. I feel like a fraud out here. I mean, sure, I'm the ref and everything, but who am I to judge these players? I mean, what if I'm wrong? Look at some of the decisions I've made in my own life, for Christ's sake. I'm 62 years old and I'm a fucking ref! Oh, I'll be honest with you, lots of times when I'm out here, I'm not even thinking about the game. My wife's turning into a cow. I love my kids, but if I had to do it again, no way, Jose. Plus, the other thing that's really bothering me, I don't know, I just kind of feel like I'm a woman trapped in a man's body. Did you ever dress up in your wife's underwear when she's not home? God damn it, I'm 63 years old, I don't care who knows it anymore. You give me a pair of thong panties and some perfume, I am in hog heaven, Buster. Hog heaven. There, I feel a lot better. Better get back to the game, sorry for interrupting. Whew. First down. Thanks. He is truly a platypus ref. Doesn't know what to do. A lot of times like that in life where you just don't know which way to go, to be a mammal or lay an egg. For example, the other night I'm at the Red Lobster or one of those lobster places, you know, and there's always one part of your brain going, God, a lobster would taste really good. And then you have this other part of your brain going, this is the sickest, cruelest thing I have ever seen in my life. Picking the lobster out to be killed. I can't even do it. I can't. I just have to, like, you know, I gotta get like 6 beers and then you don't care. You know, then you throw anybody in a pot. You don't care. Drink enough, you look at the lobsters with that Emperor of Rome attitude of, bring me the brown one, he amuses me. The one there on the left sees him. Have him boiled immediately. He shall pay for his crime. Table next to me is a bit obnoxious. Boil him as well. It's so sick. The lobsters have that look of, any word from the governor? You gotta get me out of here. And the sign up over their tank, right? They had a sign up over the tank. It says, the lobsters in here were flown in. Think how cruel that is. You're a lobster. You've never been on a plane before. You're happening, you're flying, you're eased back. You think you won the lobster sweepstakes. You're in first class by the window. Not bad. Not only am I getting a free trip, I'm earning valuable frequent lobster miles. Next thing you know, you're locked in a tank. Both your hands are tied. Everybody in the place is wearing a bib with your picture on the front. Hey! What happened to the friendly skies? What are you doing with that pot? There must be some mistake. I'm a sweepstakes winner. Why am I the only animal that has to put up with this shit? How come if you go to a steakhouse, they don't have a bunch of live cows around? Because you wouldn't eat one then, would you? They actually showed up at your table with a live cow. What do you think it is, buddy? With a baked potato, I don't think you can go wrong here. Say the word, I got a gun, I'll blast the shit out of him right here at the table. He's a real fine heifer right there, boy, I'll tell you that. This is the best cook you'll ever have. I think he's your man, right? Hey, put your head up, asshole. What the fuck's wrong with you? There's a customer here. You want this job or don't you? The cow's got that look up. Why don't you have the lobster? He's going, why don't you mind your goddamn business? The man has made his dinner selection, fat boy. And if I may say so, sir, a fine choice. It was. Thanks. Thank you. Thanks very much. Of course, the announcers are up there. Boy, look at that lobster boiling up in the shell there, Bill. What do you think about that? That's gotta burn, Bob. That's gotta burn. He'll be out at least for the second half, no question. A lot of platypus decisions in life. Marriage is one. Sometimes you think you want to get married, but then... you just don't know. Sometimes you turn on the news and there's Willard Scott going, this couple has been married for 150 years. And you turn on the bad news, a Milwaukee woman has crazy glued her husband's butt cheeks together. And you're going, hey, which one of those is going to happen to me? So that's a rough moment in a marriage when you wake up with your ass glued shut, you know. You know, guy heads to the bathroom in the morning, realizes something is wrong when the veins start busting in his forehead. And heads down to the kitchen to confront the little lady. Honey, I know you were upset last night when we went to bed, but did you glue my ass shut while I was asleep? She's making breakfast. Since when do you notice anything I do around here? All of a sudden, you're Mr. Observant. I'm not married. I know that the food is better if you're married. I've never been married. I just know the food can't be any worse than the food-like substances that I'm eating in my house. I got bugs in my house going, we're going to order out. Do you want anything? What about my food? If you're referring to that shit you bring home from the Arco station. Don't insult us. I don't know how to cook. And I'm never going to know how to cook until they start putting some cooking shows on that television that are devoted to the single guy, late-night platypus lifestyle. Most of the cooking shows they have on now are for people who already are pretty hip in the kitchen, if you know what I'm saying. It's always some guy at 12 in the afternoon on TV in a suit going, hello, welcome to Cooking from the Planet Mars. Today we're going to make a massively complicated dish using ingredients you don't have, utensils you can't afford, in a kitchen bigger than your whole fucking apartment. Follow me. Quickly. Quickly. What good is that? I need a cooking show I can relate to. A cooking show with more of a regular slob. No English accent on this guy. He's an ordinary pig. Comes right out on television in his underwear. And not just any underwear. The repulsive ones that say, home of the Whopper, right on the front. Just a big, fat, slob of a guy comes out there every week. Cooking with Bill, the belching gourmet. Big fat gut on the guy, you know. Pizza boxes and porno books all over that studio. A cooking show for anybody who ever tried to make tuna fish on toast and wound up in the burn unit with mayonnaise in their hair. A cooking show for anybody who ever ran out of dishwashing powder, put in shampoo, and wound up in the Lawrence Welk sketch from hell. Big fat slob of a guy comes right on television every Friday night at 4 a.m. during feeding hours. Cooking with Bill. Good evening. Thanks for tuning in to Cooking with Bill, the belching gourmet. Tonight, I'd like to make an iced beef Wellington. And I'd like to be in a hot tub with Julia Roberts, but hey, let's be fucking realistic, am I right? No siree. What I'm actually gonna make is this shit here. The old standby, the poor man's pasta, Kraft macaroni and cheese. That's right. Still 38 cents a metric ton. Can't beat it with a stick as far as I'm concerned. Well, let's pop it there in the old microwave while we take a look at today's product in the spotlight. And here it is, clam-ado juice. Clam and tomato mixed together, and you drink it. And notice that I say, you fucking drink it. Because I can't think of a more disgusting Addams Family combination of juice. Who the hell thought of that? When's the last time you had tomato juice and went, boy, that needs fish. Put some fish in there. How can you bring it out plain? Swizzle a mackerel around in there, for Christ's sake. What kind of a host are you? Want some clamato? No, thanks. I just had a big glass of flounder apple, you sick psychopath. I just had some herring prune, but thanks for the invite. Well, while we're waiting on the macaroni and cheese, let's take a look at some of the mail that's been pouring in. For you guys out there who need culinary tips. Here's a guy who writes in and says to me, Dear Bill, the other day, my wife and I got into an argument over the salad forks. She says they go on the right, and I say they go on the left. So here's my question. Do you think the Rams have a shot at the Super Bowl? And speaking of bowls, if a bowl of carrots is so good for your eyesight, how come I see so many dead rabbits on the highway? I mean, is that an old wives' tale? Like, why do they say you have to wait an hour after you eat to go swimming? The other day I fed my fish, and they went swimming right away. Anyways, before I go off on a tangent, here's my question. I was wondering, why does Diet Coke only have 1 calorie? I mean, if they get those other calories out, what's the problem with that last little bastard, am I right? I mean, how do they know it's even in there? Maybe in a 6-pack, 1 can got all the calories. Maybe there's millions of cans with no calories, but there's that 1 killer can bouncing around. Hey, speaking of killer cans bouncing around, I was watching the Oprah Winfrey Show the other day, and it turns out that the United States government allows a certain amount of rat droppings inside of a hot dog that they consider an acceptable amount. Boy, if I had to describe my reaction in one word, that word would be, I couldn't fucking believe it. And speaking of not being able to believe it, what is this shit called? I can't believe it's not butter, huh, Bill? Well, then exactly what the hell is it then? I mean, you can call anything in the supermarket, I can't believe it's not butter if you're stupid enough. You can look at a lawn chair and go, can't believe it's not butter. Why not? Because I'm stupid. You know, it sounds to me, Bill, like the company that makes it is trying to avoid some kind of a lawsuit. Like maybe there's foot ointment or something poisonous in there. You take them to court and you go, hey, this isn't butter. They go, hey, we never said it was. All we said was we couldn't believe it wasn't. Now grease up your feet and take a walk, asshole. Hold on, Bill. Hold on, my pen ran out of ink. Okay, I'm back. Anyways, like I was saying, I've been eating healthy, and I've noticed that the more disgusting and horrible a food tastes when you eat it, the more likely it is to be really good for you. And then I noticed that my dog is always eating his own turds. So I'm wondering, does he know something that I don't know? Because he's got a real shiny coat, and I'm losing all my hair, you know? I know it sounds disgusting, but he always has that look of, I can't believe it's not butter. Hold on, Bill, my wife is yelling about something in the other room. How do you like that? It's a boy. Anyways, like I was saying, speaking of miracles around the house, the other day I put a box of baking soda in my refrigerator, and I'll be damned if it didn't suck up all the bad odors. So I'm wondering, if you go to the baking soda factory and you fart, can anybody tell? Because that'd be a good place to work if you're a real gassy person who ain't got a job. Like my Uncle Bob, farts all day, plus he ain't working. I says, why don't you live in a baking soda factory? You know, live, work there and stop annoying us. Or if you have to live here, at least open a fridge and fart in there, you pig. Signed, Confused. Well, thank you for that letter there. Unfortunately, you ran out of time reading your psychotic ramblings. But the good news is, the macaroni and cheese is just about done. Well, that's our show for tonight on Cooking with Bill. Thanks for tuning in. Until tomorrow, remember our motto: never fry bacon when you're naked. Thanks for tuning in to Cooking with Bill. The belching, disgusting, disgraceful gourmet. Wouldn't that be a good show? I already thought of a theme song for it. Guess what it is? So join us, won't you? So there you have it, folks. A very good reason to get married. Better food. Now, what would you say is a good reason not to get married? I'd say the only disadvantage of falling in love is if you break up, it's kind of depressing. It is. I don't know about you, but if I break up, I can't listen to radio for about 9, 10 years. Because they have love songs on the radio. That's right. Every city in this country has a station on the radio whose whole purpose is to get lonely people to commit suicide. Just when you're feeling better, you're in your car and there's some guy going, you're listening to nothing but love songs. No rock, no jazz, nothing but throw yourself off a goddamn building love songs. And now, for all you people who just broke up and are feeling bad, here's a song called You'll Be Alone the Rest of Your Goddamn Life. From the CD, You'll Die in a Puddle of Your Own Piss in a Welfare Hospital. So get out those suicide implements and start drinking heavily. As we play the most depressing love songs ever, starting with Phil Collins singing Against All Odds. How can I just let you walk away, let you leave without a trace? You're at the medicine cabinet getting the second halls. As I stand here taking every breath with you, you're the only one. Michael Jackson. She's out of my life. Bing. She's out of my life. And it cuts like a knife. She's out. Unforgettable. That's what you are. Unforgettable. Don't hear of her. Like a song that clings to me. Someone who's so unforgettable. Never before. Can't live if living is without. So the point I'm trying to make up here, it's hard enough to be happy in your life without your own radio fucking with you. That's why I only play happy music, like the Ethel Merman Christmas Ballad CD. Nobody can sing a tender fireside ballad like Ethel. Silent night! Silent night! Round young virgin, rock me, you Merman wench, I'm falling asleep by the fire. You tender balladeeress. Ethel Merman sings the best of bread. I found your diary underneath a tree and started, it don't matter to me. Tender Ethel Merman strains. But they don't play that because they have to play what? 8 million hours a day of love songs. And now here's a song dedicated to all you guys who ever had your woman accuse you of a really complicated plot. That not only didn't you do it, you weren't even mentally capable of thinking it up. Hey, if you're listening in the car right now, sit back and relax. Close that garage door good and tight. Open wide and suck the big brown wind of death. Another twist out the light bulb. Stick your head in the microwave. Love song. Hello. Can I borrow your glasses? I'll give them right back, swear to God. How you doing? What's your name? Mary? Nice to meet you. Troy Wedgie, underwear model. I don't wear glasses, but I always thought they were the coolest thing in history. I love glasses, you know? Because you wear glasses, you get to make really melodramatic moves like, what the fuck are you talking about, John? I always wanted to be able to do that, you know? At the appropriate moment. For God's sake, she's 17, she can't have the baby. Because it doesn't work with contact lenses, right? You can't just lose your shit and go, how dare you bring a thing like that up? Why, I can't believe you'd walk in here with that kind of a statement, Bob. Thank you, Mayor. Altimeter, test pilot. What a cool crowd. All right. Let's move on, shall we? Yes? He changed his mind. That happens. Sometimes people get drunk enough to start heckling, but can't go all the way. Just have a drink and go, hey, this isn't like me. What, did you want something? Did you want something back there? All right, let's move on. How many people in the audience are wearing a condom right now, Paul? Another platypus feature of modern life. You really love sex? Nothing better than nothing more fun than sex, but then... the condom. A real, I don't know, you know? Women actually buy condoms now. They do. I actually had a woman say this to me. She goes, do you mind wearing a condom? Tell the truth, Rich. We're friends. We're not dating. You can be totally honest. Do you mind wearing a condom? Does it bother a guy? So what am I going to say? You know, I don't want to be a whiny complainer. You want to be a sophisticated man, a man who takes it on the chin. A man with a martini glass going, mind? I prefer them. Clink. Sometimes I wear 6, 7 condoms at a time. Mind? What the hell is there to mind? There's no difference in the sensation, unless you count the total lack of any. So, why the hell would I mind? I was just thinking I wish I had one on at this moment. If only I had a piece of really disgusting greasy rubber, just strangling the base of my dick, with enough force to cause my eyes to pop out on springs like somebody in a fucking Roadrunner cartoon, and ripping out pubic hair in 8 different locales. Whoa! Whoa! Could I have an evening there? Mind? What the hell is there to mind? There is no better feeling. I love it. Love that tight, rippy feeling in the groin. In fact, after a hard day, what I like to do to relax is get naked, get into my favorite chair, and put on a fez. Get out a monkey wrench and start tightening that bastard right around the base of my tallywhacker till I get a good blue thing that looks like a thermometer going. Then I like to get out some needle-nose pliers and start yanking out pubic hair in clumps. And I'll be damned if I'm not sleeping like a baby in 5 minutes flat. So why would I mind? What the hell is there to mind? There's nothing to mind. Don't you see, it's not myself I care about, it's those poor little spermy men. Poor sperm, their one chance to do something important in their stupid little spermish lives. This is their big shot. Come on, men, this is it. We're gonna make a baby. Let's run. Yay! Come on, we're almost there, yay! Whoa. Go back, boys, it's a trap! The whole area, see... Will you stop pushing, asshole? You always were an idiot. We're not getting out of here. This sucks. Everything happens to me. I could have been somebody. Instead of a bum. you know, a condom, small price to pay. We'll do anything. Women are always worth any amount of effort. Check this out, I actually got a job when I was like 16 for that reason. Got a job in a ladies' shoe store. That was my 16-year-old master plan. Women will be there, high heels, short skirts. They've got to talk to me. I'm a genius. Yep, give you a little advice. If you have a choice between selling shoes to young ladies or giving birth to a flaming porcupine, look into that second career. I was like a beaten hunchback when I left that job, man. Women just whipping me all day. I'm sorry, madam, I said nothing. Mad at me because their feet are too big. Walking in going, I guess I'm Cinderella. And I'd be going, my God, Sasquatch has arrived. I'm sorry, madam. And I learned the lesson. I found out that women use different mirrors than men do. They do. Women look in the mirror and always think that they look worse than they really do. With men, the opposite. No matter how much of a troglodyte that guy is, he looks in that mirror and says, I'm a few sit-ups away from major studdom. Men don't know what they look like. I guarantee you that the Elephant Man couldn't understand why the chicks weren't going for him. He'd be in England at a singles bar with a trunk, walk up to a woman, excuse me, can I buy you a cocktail? Get lost. Get lost, eh? Must be a lesbian. Couldn't be my appearance. I've always felt the trunk makes the man. Men don't know what they look like, and if you don't believe me, go to the beach. And you will see some of the largest, brightest land mammals on this continent who have shrewdly chosen for their outfit the Speedo swimwear. A man who should be wearing a poncho on the beach. A man with more genetic defects than a Hudson River trout has chosen this tiny, teeny bathing suit. What was he thinking? He had to try it on. He had to look in the mirror. And he had to approve of it and go, oh, this is me. This really shows off my large, gelatinous, egg-shaped, harpoon-scarred gut in a way that is bound to drive the chicks wild with desire. They said, what do you think? How do I look? You look like you swallowed a small boy. Really? That's great. Ah, the chicks are gonna be crazy. Salesman, do you have anything smaller than this? Because I don't think all my back hair is showing in this outfit. And I wouldn't want to deprive the women. What is that about? But I have seen good-looking women, really attractive women, I've seen them come into a shoe store and be highly depressed because their feet are too big to fit into the shoes that they want to buy. And they're mad at me. What do you mean I wear a size 10? It's the biggest size they make. Why do you think I need a size 10? Well, you put on a 9 and it exploded. I'm sorry, madam, I said nothing. Well, maybe your box had the wrong number on it. Yes, perhaps. Maybe your foot's a canoe, that's a possibility as well. I'm sorry, madam, I said nothing. Said you're the best woman I ever knew. Well, I'm gonna try another place. Excellent. Try a blacksmith while you're out there. Get about 4 shoes in that box and get out of my life. That's just one woman. Lots of times they shop in a pack. I have seen 100 women show up with one woman who needs to buy shoes. Men, convinced they look good, go along. Never see a bunch of guys get together, grab a keg, put on some shorts, and head for Tom McCann. What about the game? Screw it, we need shoes. Come on, boys. One man in and out. But I've seen women, they don't even shop. It's like a hunt sometimes. Whole primitive ritual. One of them needs shoes to get on the edge of a cliff. Call 100 friends with a conch shell. Sure, 100 of them signal back. Grab spears, get up on some elephants, head for that shopping center. Lock the doors, boys, they're on the way. Shut the lights, get in those holes, this is not a drill. One of them sees a sale. Clearance sale! Come in there and stab everybody in the head. Light the store on fire. Come back with the shoes on a bamboo pole. Yes, sir. Thanks. Thank you. Thanks. Well, so anyway, that was a bad job, but not the worst job. The worst job in America today is working in McDonald's on the late shift. Because everybody that pulls up to your speaker has to harass you with a hamburger-related comment. And you can't even help it. I never want to bother the kid, really. It just sort of happens. Right? Nobody leaves their house going, let's go to McDonald's and fuck with the kid that works there. It kind of happens, you know. I'm on my way there, you know, and I get there, I'm in the car, pull up to the speaker, and the kid, can I take your order? And I got to go, yeah, you don't have any hamburgers, do you? Please, sir, just your order. Sorry, man. Hey! Why can't you masturbate with these two fingers? Why not? They're mine. Wah-ha! Got him again! Damn, I'm funny. Yeah, but the joke's on you because that kid's back there alone with your food now. You know he's back there taking off the top of your bun going, yeah, I got some hamburgers for you, Mr. Funny Man. Yeah, I think I'll get this order ready for you because that's the first time I heard those jokes in the last 5 minutes. Yeah, what are you drinking there? Diet Coke? Let me fix this here Diet Coke up here for you, Mr. Joke Man. No calories in there, Mr. Funny Man. Have a Coke and a smile. That's my attitude. Mr. Joke Funny Man. Yeah. Yeah, what are you looking at? Just shut up. Go out front and work. Oh, tell the boss. Look at my face. Do I look concerned right now? What's the boss been talking to me about? Advancement potential? What's that mean? I work 2 more years and get a better hat? Fuck him and him. Busting my ass in this bullshit job. Got no money. Never like a goddamn McNugget. Go tell the boss. Tell him. What's the boss gonna do to me? What can he do to me? I got no money, smell like a goddamn McNugget head to foot, and a big red hat ring around my head. How am I gonna get a woman? I ain't exactly James Bond walking in. How you doing, baby? I'm a no-money, hat-wearing, McNugget-smelling man of your dream. Marry me. And I'll have you with this onion ring. I'll be with you. Well, anyway, I think I speak for everyone when I say, it's time for another decision of how to end the show. Now, how many people want the show to end with more political jokes? Okay. How many people want the cheap and disgusting sexual material? Thank God, because I don't have any more political jokes left. 12,000 crowds in a row. All right, true story. This really happened. I get a phone call, and they go, would you like to perform your comedy act at the annual Pornographic Movie Awards in Las Vegas, Nevada? And I said, free. Yeah. No charge. Funniest show. You like comedy? Sneak into the Porno Awards. And you will be in a room with a bunch of people in tuxedos and gowns like this is some major thing. And there's a guy up front giving away the awards, the porno Toastmaster, giving away dirty movie awards like they're the Nobel Prize, saying, and I quote, the nominees for Best Anal-Themed Feature of '91. Splendor in the Ass 3, mind you, an American Buttman in London. And everybody in the... I was the only guy there going, come on. Why do you guys name X-rated movies, I told them. They're all the same plot. This should be the title of every X movie. Stuff that never happens to you. Starring people having a lot more fun than you. Every guy I know that watches the dirty movies gets depressed halfway through. They do. They're sitting there with the remote going, this is great, this is perfect, this is never gonna happen to me, is it? And then you look at the TV and you go, oh, no wonder I'm not in a porno movie. This man is built different. He has a penis bigger than some of the cars you've owned. Whereas you could fuck a Cheerio without breaking it, let's be honest. He's a big man. A man with a giant schlong, whose job it is to have sex with a bunch of beautiful women and then get money. Well, let's go to the map. Find out where you fucked up in your career choice. A man with a giant schlong. You have sex with a bunch of different women, then you get money. Today's study question, are you ever late for that job? I don't think so. I think you're hopping to work. Hi-ho, hi-ho. It's off to work I go. My name is Rick, got a giant dick. Hi-ho, hi-ho. Ah, there's the studio double doors. Morning, everybody. How the hell are you? God, I love this job. Love it. What's that, Bill? Coffee? Fuck that. Let's get right to it. I can't wait to start work on this job. Excuse me. Seem to have bashed over some of the equipment with my rod of disaster. Of course, there's an announcer. Boy, that's gotta hurt, Bob. Look at that guy. Smacked over all the dishware and his penis. They're taping it up, but I think he's gone for the season. He's gone for the season, Bob. But men keep watching the dirty movies, no matter what. They do. They keep watching, man, because men love oral sex, and they have more head than a beauty shop on Saturday in those movies. Every 2 minutes, for no reason, women just see a guy and go, "What's your name, Jim?" "Well, I have no choice, do I?" Wrong. Men can't believe it, too, because men love oral sex. They will stop anything they're doing if there's the slightest possibility. Just go up to any guy, no matter what, and go, "Hey, want some oral sex?" And the guy, "Yes, let's go." "But you look busy." No, I was just doing some surgery. Fuck 'em. Come on. No matter what, even Neil Armstrong, the first guy who walked on the moon's surface, right? Pretty exciting thing. Even Neil would be, Neil was used to go get the moon rocks. He's up there in a spacesuit. "Hey, Neil, want some oral sex?" Neil, you're going the wrong way. So, thanks. Why is that? Why is that, ladies and gentlemen? Why? Why? I'll tell you why. Because oral sex combines the two activities that the average guy never gets tired of. 1, sex. 2, not moving at all. The big 2. They can't believe it. They cannot believe it. They're sitting there going, "Now this is the big 2. This is perfect for me. I'm having sex, plus I don't have to move. God damn, if the Super Bowl was on, I could die right now. This is perfect for me. Perfecto." But only in the dirty movies is the sex minute rice perfect all the time. In real life, there's a lot of little things that can go wrong, It's true. But in the dirty movies, nothing is a problem. They have anal sex in the X-rated movies, and you know this is a rough topic for Illinois, but I think it's important. They have anal sex in the X-rated movies like it's no big deal. Now, I don't know what goes on in your private lives. I always thought that this thing was a pretty complicated thing for the average woman to pull off. In the X-rated movies, it's no problem for the women. For them, it's sort of considered a polite form of greeting. They just see a guy, "Hi, how are you?" And I sure slam it up my ass, Jim. "Come on in here. I was just making us some pie." What is that all about? What? Confession, I never even did anal sex with a woman, ever. Tried it 2 times and almost did it, but at the last second, the woman turned into Elvis. Yeah, she did. She turned into Elvis. She went, "Okay, I really want to do it, so just do it on 3. Go slow. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, thank you very much. That's not going to work out. Thank you. I appreciate you trying that, but that's not going to happen for me. Thank you very much. That's not going to work out for me there. Thank you. Sonny, Ray, give me an ask you and something soft to sit on your page. I don't think that's going to happen for me tonight. I appreciate you trying that. Let me tender. Don't be cruel. I'll have a little person if we keep that up. And so what have we learned from this experience, ladies and gentlemen? Let's go to the map. We learned about the platypus. We learned it's possible to get Elvis and anal sex right into the same joke. But more than anything else tonight, we learned the song that will be stuck in your brain the rest of your life. Think of me whenever you hear it. That song is "One More Time." Thank you very much. Chicago, you've been a great crowd. I hope you enjoyed it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Richard Jeni.
You've been really great. Thank you very, very much. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Correctness is the popular will, but I'm politically correct as an oil spill. Ain't always black, white, yellow, or blue. Brother, sometimes the trouble is specifically you. You know, if Jack the Ripper was alive today, he'd go on Oprah and Phil, and he would have his say. The weight of his crime would be magically lifted. He'd be renamed as homicidically gifted. He'd be a Platypus Man. Platypus person, that is. When what they said in the past ain't what they say to you now, all you can do is throw your head back and howl. Damned if you do, damned if you don't, damned if you will, damned if you won't. Embarrassed to win, ashamed to lose. I'm just like a hooker in sensible shoes. To love, you gotta go to the source. But your mommy and dad, they had a messy divorce. Say marriage till death is the rule, my son. Say they made that rule when people died real young. You're old and it's dark and there's no one there. Only stiff thing on you is your oversprayed hair. Caught between the altar and the Playboy mag. I'm 10 pounds of maybe in a 5-pound bag. I'm a platypus man. Platypus Man. Should I sing or I zag? Somebody help me on the no-count, long-eared, duck-billed, web-footed, river-dwelling white man singing like this.
From the time I was a little kid growing up in Brooklyn, I've always enjoyed traveling. There were two places my mom used to take me. One was to the church, and the other was on a subway train heading down to Coney Island. Church had the kind of water they call holy. Coney Island had the kind of water where Flipper would go to buy heroin. Since then, my life has taken me to more glamorous shores. But I still remember those days in Brooklyn. And I still remember my mom's advice about traveling. Always bring a little something from home.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Richard Jeni.
I'm good. Ask me how I am. I'm very well, thank you. Very nice to be in Southern California, where people feel no need to make any sense. Yes. People just walking around going, earthquake, whatever. Riot, hey, bring it on. Drive-bys, come on, you can't live your life in fear because, is that a cigarette? Run for your lives, there's smoke near. Oh my God, it got on me, watch this. There's smoke. I'm faint, someone get me a frozen yogurt and a motivational cassette tape. Explain this to me, ladies and gentlemen. Cigarette smoking, disgusting. Barf. Cigar smoking, cool. Tiny 5-minute cigarettes, gross. Big 2-hour cigars, totally cool. Women are smoking cigars. All I have to say about that is if women wanted to take up a disgusting male habit, how about sleeping with anyone that walks and never calling again? Then we all could have been pals. We all could have been friends then. I love a gal with a cigar. I don't know about the rest of you guys. Some guys want to be with a woman who looks like Cindy Crawford in the boudoir, not me. I like a gal who looks a lot like Edward G. Robinson. A beautiful woman in a sexy pose with a big stinky stogie on the side of the bed. Soft and feminine, but not afraid to tell you what pleases her. Like so. All right, here's the way it's gonna be. I don't have time for foreplay. I'm a busy girl. Take your pants off. Let's see what you got. Oh, that's it, eh? A short order cook. All right, let's get started anyway. Suck my toes, the big one, the small one, the one that hangs out too far. And I don't want to get pregnant, so in the end you pull it out. Beat it, scram, take a powder, go on, get out of here. To me, that's attractive. I don't know about the rest of the crowd. See, isn't this a good job being a comedian? What do you think? Yeah, that's what I used to think. I thought it'd be a great job. I thought I'd be out staying in all these different hotels. And then you find out you're always in the same exact hotel. Every hotel is a place where the English words do not disturb mean wait till I'm naked and barge in with a vacuum. The minute you're naked, in they come, just they know. They just... Lo siento. I come back. I'm sorry. I did not know. Every hotel is the same. They only have 2 settings on the thermostat in the hotel. Here are your choices. Arctic Circle or hatching baby chicks. Them's the 2. Either sweat through the mattress or wake up and the room is so cold there's a penguin in your bed eating your complimentary chocolate. It's cold in here. But you know what you're paying for in the hotel? The convenience. Yes, if you're hungry in that hotel, a $13 English muffin is just a phone call away. That's right. I called them up. I'd like an English muffin. 1 crappy little muffin, please. That's all I want. Just a little muffin. Bang! A guy comes wheeling a conference table in the room. He's got a big dome on the muffin, big flourish. The muffin! I am Sir Robin of room service. That will be $13, friend. Do you have a straw? What for? I know for $13, I'm assuming the nooks and crannies are filled with cocaine, Sir Robin. How could you charge me that much money? It's a muffin. How could it be so much? I'm wearing a vest. You should be wearing a condom for what you're doing in this room. It's a muffin. Yes, folks, I thought it would be a glamorous, exciting job. I thought I'd be out with the chicks every night. Most nights, there I am, back in the hotel, 4 in the morning, eating peanuts out of the minibar. Sitting on my bed in my underwear. There's nobody on television at 4 a.m. except people like this. Click, hi. How would you like to own the vertical chicken cooker? How much would you expect to pay for the vertical chicken cooker? And then the guy has the nerve to go, wait, don't answer. Like you're answering the guy. Like you're in the bed going, well, that chicken cooker is probably about a $25. Wait, sorry. Don't yell at me, you chicken bastard. I'm sensitive. There's nobody on that TV at 4 in the morning. Just people selling ridiculous products. They have a guy who can teach you how to have a better memory. You seen this guy? Anybody remember his name? There you go. You should have bought the tape. Harry Lorraine, that's his name. And he goes, click, hi, I can teach you how to have a better memory and a happier life. How does that sound? You're going, that sounds like a bunch of crap. Get off. Ladies and gentlemen, you can't have a better memory and a happier life. It's one or it's the other. Hey, if you really want to be happy, the best way is to have a worse memory and forget all the crap that's been depressing you since the 4th grade. I mean, if this guy, thanks, oh, quit it. If this guy is really serious about making you happy, he should teach you a useful mental skill, like, you know, denial. That can cheer a person up. Why don't they have that guy on television? Click. Hi, I'm an expert on total denial. Millions have achieved happiness by never dealing with reality. With my program called That's My Story, and I'm sticking to it. Wait, there's more. You'll learn nothing is ever your fault with the denial technique of circular reasoning. Let's say you're depressed because you got fired from your job. Start reasoning in a circle and you'll be happy. You'll say, well, I got fired for drinking on the job. I knew if I drank, they'd fire me. Hey, if I did something I knew would get me fired, maybe I didn't want the job. And if I don't have a job I didn't want in the first place, I couldn't have got fired. God damn it, I quit. The drinks are on me. Let somebody else season those curly fries for a while. Order the denial tape today, and if you're not satisfied, you are. You know how that goes. Click. Late night TV is the place to be if you want to lose weight. Any fat people here? I didn't think so. Let's move on. There's always a guy going, it's not your fault you're overweight, you're a victim. Really? I don't know. When I was a kid, I was a fat little kid for a few years, and after careful research, I came to the exciting conclusion, hey, I think I'm eating too much. It was kind of my fault. You know who should have a late night diet plan? Some idiot from my old neighborhood in Brooklyn who's too stupid to lie. A little tough love, some guy with the Joey Falco diet plan. Just a regular moron on TV in the middle of the night. Click, hey, how you doing? Thanks for tuning in. Hey, listen, if you're overweight, you got to try my diet plan. It's worked for millions of people with your problem. It's called Stop Eating, You Fat Bastard. Come here. I'm serious. Now, here's a guy who writes me a letter. He says, hey, Joey, how do I know if I am a fat bastard? That's a very good question. Here's 3 ways to know. 1, when you go to a buffet, do the waitresses put on riot hats? Does that happen to you? 2, do you ever find yourself short of breath after combing your hair? 3, do you ever put money in your front pocket and then realize you ain't wearing no pants? Chances are you're a fat bastard. So you send me, Joey, $1 and I'll send you my tape. It ain't videotape, it ain't audio tape. You know what this is? Scotch tape. Take a piece and put it over your mouth so the friggin' ice cream can't get in there and watch the pounds melt right off you. Try it for 30 days. If it doesn't work, fuck you, you're not getting the money back. All right? Because you lied. You kept eating, you fat bastard. You want the money back? I'll make you a deal. Come on, try and catch me. Look, you can't even run, you're such a fat... Oh, now you fell down. This is a disgrace. Act now and I'll send my other tape. Stop smoking, you stupid bastard. So by now you're wondering, what is good? You know what is good about the late night television, ladies and gentlemen? If you're anything like me, and you're up late at night and you can't fall asleep because you keep having that one thought over and over. Which is the best fishing lure available? There's always a guy out there with suspenders on your TV with a new way to attract the biggins. 4 in the morning, click, hi, my name's Bo Wheatley, master fisherman, and I've used every rod and jig and spinner and spoon and hook and line and lure there is. And they all suck. I tell you what, these here lures couldn't catch a yeast infection if they was making love to Betty Crocker in a Bisquick condom. And that's why I invented this here fishing lure. Now this here is your Johnny Mathis musical fishing lure. Fish can't resist this Johnny Mathis music when it hits the water. Watch this. Chances up. There he is, just like I told you. You get this Johnny Mathis lure and you'll be getting more bites than a mailman wearing a cat suit and a Volkswagen full of pit bulls, son. Here he comes now. Let's get him up on this boat here. Look at that. Now, ain't that a pretty fish? Look at him. I'm going to take him right home and mount him. Either that or I'm going to stuff him and put him on a wall somewhere in the house, because You know, last time I mounted a bass, my wife walked in and caught us. And she was none too happy to see a fish wearing her best panties, I'll tell you that. But it wasn't my fault. The damn bass was asking for it. You know how they get sometimes. He had his mouth open real wide like that. Johnny Mathis music was playing. Shit, I'm only human. Between you and me, best piece of bass I ever had, brother. Tell you what, I am a bass man. Late night television is the place to be if you need legal representation. Some of your finest lawyers in America pop on the tube at about 4 in the morning. And you know this guy is a really good lawyer. You know how you can tell? Oh, he has a big stack of law books behind his head. What more proof do you need? And he's always a really bad actor. Why does he do his own commercial? He always like really stiff and he like overemphasizes things. He's like, click, hello, welcome. My name is Marvin A. Goneff of the law firm of Goneff, Zilch, Nada, and Bupkis. Are you an American between the ages of 0 and 129? Chances are you're entitled to a whole lot of cash. Have you fallen down? Have you been in an automobile accident? Have you woken up in a dental chair with your pants around your ankles and your head lying in the spit sink? Have you ever been outside of your house, used a consumer product, or had contact with a fellow human being? If so, you have been wronged and are entitled to a whole lot of cash. I'm Marvin A. Goneff, and I will fight for you. Like I fought for this young lady here.
Yes, I was standing on the 14th floor of an office tower when there was an automobile accident that I wasn't technically a part of. Marvin Goneff got me $76 million. My hat is off to you.
That's right, I'm Marvin Goneff. I'll fight for you like I fought for this typical taxi cab driver. Yes, hello, welcome to me. I was driving along in my cab on the freeway, and I hit a hole. The plastic Gandhi popped from my dashboard, hit me above my eye, and made a tiny, tiny scratch. Marvin Goneff got me $800 million. What can I say? My turban is off to you, Marvin Goneff. That's right. I'm Marvin Goneff. And I will fight for you. Like I fought for this man here. Yeah, I was working in the chemical plant when I began to have a string of suspicious sicknesses. Yeah, in 1 month I got heart disease, malaria, pneumonia, pneumonia, ammonia, the rockin' pneumonia. I got diarrhea, pyorrhea, gonorrhea, Rhea Perlman. I got leprosy, pleurisy, jealousy, athlete's foot fungus with the tough actin, pernectin. Yeah, then I got the gangrene, the pink eye, the blue balls, penis envy, Moby Dick. I got 5 o'clock shadow, noon whistles, morning sickness, yellow fever, red buttons, mad cow disease. I got PMS, TMJ, HBO, Nick at Night, the Discovery Channel, and I believe this was not a coincidence, occasional lower back pain. That's right. Marvin Goneff got me $5 trillion. The metal plate in my head is off to you, Marvin Goneff. That's right, I'm Marvin Goneff. I fought for them, and I will fight for you. That's his job. Oh, thanks. Thank you. What a crowd. Thanks. Oh, thank you. Yeah. All right, then. Speaking of lawyers, anybody here still married? People up front? Over here? Yeah? You too? How long have you been married?
40 years.
Wow, 40 years, ladies and gentlemen. Hey? 40 years. See, the good news is they've been married 40 years, and the bad news is that gets applause. When people are married like they're supposed to be, it's like they did a magic trick. It's like, we're not divorced. My partner, sick free. It's hard to stay married. The only people right now that are really hot on the idea of getting married, the gay people. And I say let them. This is America. Gay people have the same right to lose half their shit as the rest of the population. What the hell's that all about? All I can say is be careful what you wish for, my gay friends. I think they have a great deal. I would love to be able to say to somebody, honey, I know it's been 5 years. I'd love to marry you, but it's against the law. What can I do? My hands are tied. We'd be fugitives. What kind of life would we have, dear? You know, it's hard. People get in these relationships. It's so hard. Everybody's reading books. Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. I have a book coming out about my experience in love. The title of it is... You want to know why my relationships don't work? You want to know why? Ask me why. I don't fucking know. I don't know what goes wrong. What goes wrong? It is all so good at the beginning. When you first fall in love, there's nothing like making love. Oh, boy, it's like a rocket launch in the boudoir. You're taking off your shirt in the bedroom, and you can almost hear the NASA guy in there with you going, T-minus 4, 3, 2... You know, but if 5 years go by and you're not happy, it's not exactly a rocket launch now, is it? More like a crappy commuter flight to Buffalo in the bedroom. You're taking off your clothes and you hear this guy.
Folks, we're going to get underway with our very short, regularly scheduled sexual activity. We should be reaching the climax right on schedule in just about 5-6 minutes maximum. Point of interest, if you're on the right side of the bed, the closet door's open. You might want to start picking out your clothing for work tomorrow morning.
What happens, ladies and gentlemen? How does the sweet milk of romantic love curdle into the smelly provolone of marital hatred? It's my own damn fault. I don't blame the women. It's my own fault. You reap what you sow. Can I get an amen? In the end, the love you take is equal to the love you make. Can I get a cuckoo-ca-choo? Thank you, brothers and sisters. What are you going to get when you go after... You like all these Ferrari women. Sexy, hot to look at down the street, but whoa, what a maintenance bill. That's what you get. That's what you're going to get, damn it. Here's the difference between most of the women that I've ever been in love with and Charles Manson. Charles Manson has the decency to look like a nut when you first meet him. Yes. And as you know, ladies and gentlemen, that's more than you can say for most people out there. If you were on a date with Manson, you'd know right in the restaurant this is going to be an early night. You'd be right at your table going, this guy is a maniac. Why is he buttering the back of his chair? He just asked for the children's menu and ordered a child. Most people are crazy and they don't look crazy. Everybody has what they call emotional baggage. I understand that. But why can't I ever get involved with a woman with a small carry-on emotional bag? I always have to get involved with a woman with a big Jed Clampett moving to Beverly Hills smelly-ass truckload of emotional problems. You think you met your soulmate and then bang, they're driving in. Come listen to a story about a gal I used to see. Thought she was normal till I moved her in with me. First week's crying, the next she's ecstatic. That's when she told me she'd been diagnosed manic.
Depressive, that is. Bipolar disorder. Girl had the suicide hotline on speed dial, if you know what I'm saying.
What's the problem? It all starts at the beginning. It all starts with the first date. Nobody tells the truth. You get on that first date. This is how you should announce your table in the restaurant. Imposters, party of two. Imposters, party of two. How much bullshitting will you be doing? We have a booth. How much lying and bullshitting will you imposters be doing tonight? You know how that goes. Guys have the nerve to wear a sport jacket on a first date in a restaurant, you lying sacks. Every guy should be honest. Dress for the occasion on the first date. He should show up with a top hat, a white tie, and a cane. Because he's just doing the old song and dance. Every guy at that dinner table on the date has the same old tired, you know I really like kids. I don't care much for sports. I love scented candles and I don't believe in divorce. Tell me more about your cat. I'm hanging on every word. Lion sax. And then... and if that works and he gets the woman home into bed, it's her turn to put on the woman's song and dance, which is something like, I don't know how this happened, it must have been the beers. I haven't had sex with anyone in 20 or 30 years. 6, 7, 8, I'm not on the pill, I hope I'm not late. You know. He doesn't care. He's on to a whole new song and dance now, a new bullshit story. You know, I'd like to stay and cuddle, but I got an early meeting, and I'm going out of town for a year and a half. 2, 3, 4. Give me those pants, I'm out the door. Yeah, thanks. I almost killed myself. Well, thanks. Men and women are full of crap. That's why I stopped hanging out with those assholes. Lion sacks. They just lie about different stuff. Men always lie to make you think they're having more sex than they really are. Yeah, I just had some on the way here on the bus, pal. Women always want you to make you think that they never have any. They're always saying things like, I don't know how we wound up in bed together because before this I haven't had sex for 3 years. Really? Well, dip me in mustard and call me hot dog. Well, I'm not saying I don't believe you, but let me see if I got this here. You are a beautiful woman who gets hit on every day. But you have been holding out and letting that jackpot build for 3 straight years. Until I showed up. A vertically impaired, balding-haired, leaping gnome with 3 bad jokes and a six-pack, and I'm going to Disneyland. Praise Jesus! It's a miracle. A miracle has occurred. Can I get a hallelujah? Thank you, brothers and sisters. So what's the solution? Ask me what? I say on a first date, you don't want a dinner table, damn it. What you want is a card table. The man and a woman meet up at a card table. Write down all their emotional problems on little cards and take turns slapping them on the table and being honest. First date, the guy's got his card, he goes first. He goes, hi, I'm Bob, and I'm a Scorpio. She goes, hello, I'm Sally. I'm a psycho. Okay. My father locked me in the closet when I was 5 years old. My dad came out of the closet when I was 7 years old. I'm self-centered and obsessed with my appearance. I'm from Los Angeles also. All right. All right, it's my turn now. I can't have an orgasm unless I'm on top. I can't have an orgasm unless I'm on crack. I have an imaginary friend named Bosco. You know Bosco? I'm neurotic. I need to see other people. I'm schizophrenic. I am other people. Okay, it's fine. I'll be fine. I'm gonna go now. Okay. Now, the other thing you could do on a date is you could go to the movies, although it's very hard to get the man and the woman to agree on what a good movie is. Last good movie I saw was that Braveheart. Did you see that one? I was watching the movie going, this Mel Gibson is a brave guy. If I was in this movie, it would be called Brave up to a point heart. They were torturing me with an axe, I'd talk. They had an axe pointed at Mel Gibson's peen. And they said, if you say mercy, we won't do it. And he wouldn't do it. What a guy. An axe on the peen wouldn't tell them one word they wanted to hear. Folks, I had a prostate exam. I confessed to the Kennedy assassination. I heard that glove snap, I started talking. I just heard that, all right, it was me, okay? Just take it easy. I was young, I acted alone, I didn't know what I was doing. Now just, hey, back off, you fistosaurus, take it easy. Point that thing, you're gonna hurt somebody. Here's a tip, fellas. If you get the prostate exam, don't make the mistake I made. I got scared. You get scared, you get tight, you get nervous, it hurts even worse. No, you want that prostate exam to go good, you want to get psyched up before you go in. You want to get some adrenaline going, get pumped up. You got to walk in there like a wrestler talking trash. You got to go in with some prostate-tude.
You got to kick the doctor's door open, rip off that paper gown. All right, Weinberg, I'm ready to party. You've been ducking me. It's time to stop the joking and start the poking. What do you want? You want some of this, huh? You want some of this? Come on, let's see what you got, tough guy. Come on, no glove. What, is that it? I don't feel anything. Is it in yet? What the hell's that? Come on. Have that bigger joint than an ashtray. Come on, cold finger, give it to me. Is that it? That's all you got? Here's your finger back, man. That was nothing. Yeah, the movies. You could go to the movies on a date, but it is so hard to get the man and the woman to agree on what a good movie is. Women will always tell you, why don't men like a romantic movie? False. Men love a romantic movie. A certain kind. Porno. Yes. Porno is the romance movie for men. To a guy, porno is a beautiful love story with the boring parts taken out. See, because it's like this. It's like, let's say this is the men and this is the women. What gets the men excited in the movies is goofy guy stuff like cars and guns and aliens and breasts and explosions and aliens with big exploding breasts. Women's movies are more sophisticated. Women have a technique in the movies they like. What's the word for the thing that women... Talking. There's a lot of talking. A lot of talking and yakking and yearning for a love that can never be. And as far as the men are concerned, wasting valuable killing and fornication time. So, ladies and gentlemen, how can we get a movie out there that is strong enough for the man, yet made for the woman? Lucky for you, I'm free all day in the hotel, and I've been working on one. It's called Waiting to Exhale. With a vengeance.
Here's the men, here's the women, here's the plot. Watch how everybody winds up happy. Okay, movie starts. A group of bad guys take over a public place. They're gonna kill the hostages unless their evil, horrible demands are met. And all the men go, sounds like a good movie. Dun-dun-dun. For some reason, this whole evil plot is unfolding in a very upscale shopping center. Ding-ding-ding. What the bad guys don't know is the pissed-off, hard-drinking super cop Bruce Willis is in the shopping center. Dun-dun. Dealing with his upcoming divorce by getting totally wasted in the bar at Hooters. Dun-dun. What Bruce doesn't know is that his wife is right now a hostage in the temporary command post of the bad guys. Victoria's Secret. Ding-ding-ding-ding. Ding-ding. Okay. And Bruce Willis's wife is really hot, guys. She's got a butt that's too big and her hair's really long in the back, so if you want to make love to her, you could fantasize that she's like a pony, and then you... All right, that's just me. All right, now. Okay. The FBI shuts off the electricity and the mall goes pitch black. Dun, dun. The bad guys respond by lighting 600 lavender candles they got from Bed Bath & Beyond. Ding-ding-ding-ding. Act 3 of the chase scene. Bruce Willis hops into a sports car, a brand new Dodge Viper, dun, dun, with a lighted vanity mirror on the passenger side. Ding, ding, ding. And there's a high-speed chase through the shopping center. First through the Sharper Image, dun, dun, then through Crabtree and Evelyn. Ding, ding. On into Neiman Marcus, where they see that girl that sprays you with a cologne when you come in. Bam! They plow into where she goes flying. Dun, 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 ding. All right. Now, into the movie, Bruce Willis and his wife reconcile, and they have really hot sex. Dun, dun. But first, they have foreplay. Ding! For an hour. Ding! And the wife is so happy, she says, the heck with cuddling and talking. Let's put on that football game. Dun, 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 dun. Kickoff. Freeze frame. Credits. There you go. Watch, thank you. Watch my next man-woman classic, The Strip Joints of Madison County. Oh, it's so hard for women now, you know? Can't blame the women. They have it tough. Women have it tough. Women know when they get in a relationship, there's only 3 types of guys in the world. The loyal, the faithful, and the majority. They're like little straying dogs, those men, you know? They get a woman, it's like the guy in baseball who's got first base. He's got first base, but he's always checking out second base. He's always taking a little lead, seeing what's down there. And he wouldn't run, but he always has some asshole friend talking him into it. It was like the third base coach going, she's not looking, she's not listening, she's not looking. Now's the time. Go down there, get going. And sometimes he almost goes. Now's the time. Oh, shit, it's her birthday. Can't go now. Gotta go back. Little straying dogs, these guys. Look at them all. Eddie, Murphy, Hugh Grant. It's getting so Sunset Boulevard could have one of those Visa commercials. You could turn on the TV. There's a place in Hollywood where the hooker's pants are bright and the lights are even brighter. But if you go, bring your Visa card. Because the hookers on Sunset will take it any way you can give it. But they don't take American Express. Visa. It's... What can you say about it? And you look at all these different characters and you go, what does it to the man? What makes it happen? Hugh Grant, look at that guy. He looks like a little blinky guy. I think I've got an idea. Why don't I put my entire life at risk just to get a blowjob from a hooker on Sunset Boulevard? How could his mind make that decision? I don't think it could. I don't think it was his decision. I think it was somebody else's decision. If anybody should be on trial in a case like that, it's the penis of Hugh Grant. I say we put that little worm in the witness chair and get his thoughts on the case. Do you state your name for the court, please? Certainly. Peter Grant. All right then, Peter. Peter, would you describe your condition on the night of the Hugh Grant Divine Brown incident? Yes, I'd say I was horny that particular evening. And your condition the night before? I'd have to go with horny as well. In fact, you've been horny the last 7,000. Objection calls for a conclusion on the part of the penis. I'll withdraw. I've done that. That'll be enough. Peter, please tell the court if the woman in this photograph is Divine Brown. It's hard to say. It was very dark where I was that night. All right, then. How about these dental x-rays? Take your time. Yeah, that's the girl. What's your point? Peter, did you order Hugh Grant to get that hooker? You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth. Son, I'm trained for only 3 things in the entire world. Fornication, urination, don't get kicked. That's my entire life. I populate this entire planet, and this is the thanks I get. You hide me away like some kind of turtleneck freak. Did you order Hugh Grant to get that hooker? You have the luxury of not knowing what I know. Women aren't always available. That means I have to be ready to fire at all times. And deep down in places you don't talk about at that marriage counselor, you want me in that pussy. You need me in that pussy. Did you order? You're damn right I did. I was doing my job. I'd do it again. Good job. Where you at? Thank you. No. Hey. Woo! I hope I'm not offending anybody with my little jokey things here. That's never the point of the whole thing. Sometimes people get mad at jokes. That pissed me off. Why? Why? How do you have time for that in your little life? Come on. Could be over in a second. You know what I'm saying? The way I look at life, we're all on the Hindenburg. No point fighting over the window seat. That's the way I'm looking at it. I wasn't always such a big philosopher, but then I got caught on an airplane that had an emergency and I thought I might die. I don't want to say the name of the airline. No point in embarrassing them on television. Let's just say it wasn't a foreign airline. It was an American airline. And leave it at that. And it's amazing when you think you're going to die how your priorities change. You know, I was on that airplane. I came there in the morning. I had no sleep. I walk up to the counter and the woman is going, "I'm sorry, Mr. Jeni, I don't see a first class seat here for you. We're going to have to put you in coach." Look, lady, I don't think you understand. I'm a frequent flyer on this airline. I got this gold card here, and I'd appreciate it if you would straighten it out. So I'm hiking back to row 37. Last row on the plane. Only reason you want to sit here is either you have diarrhea or you are anxious to meet people who do. 2 inches from the toilet. The guy sitting next to me is a big fat guy wearing sandals on his big hairy Flintstone feet. And he had that one yellow toe with the fungus. And he had those sandals that have the little leather band so as to showcase this amber gem and frame it properly for the 6 hours that I'm going to have to look at it. And I go to the guy, "What is wrong with you?" He goes, "Well, I'm comfortable." Well, I'm not, Spartacus. This is an airplane. It's not the Last Supper. Oh, my feet need to breathe. So does everybody else on this flight. I'm thinking of opening that bathroom door behind us to get some air in here. And our flight attendant some guy, very handsome young man, very excited to be there. This guy, Steve, starts making announcements. In the unlikely event of a water landing, in the unlikely event of a fire, and I'm sitting there having my breakfast, 6 honey roasted peanuts and a ginger ale. All pissed off, and I'm thinking, you know what, Steve? If it's that unlikely, I prefer you didn't even bring it up. Because if it's really not going to happen, it's cruel to bring it up. You might as well just make up any kind of horrifying thing that's not likely. You might as well just... ladies and gentlemen, this is the captain. In the unlikely event that I should run bare-ass through the main compartment, wearing a World War I Kaiser helmet, singing Clang Clang Went the Trolley, well, by golly, the drinks are on me. You know what I mean? You just want to be cruel. Watch this one. Hi, it's the captain again. You know, in the unlikely event that I'm not really an airline pilot, I'll be pointing the plane toward the ground at a 90-degree angle. In the unlikely event you should survive impact and need to eat your fellow passengers, may I suggest the fat guy with the yellow toe sitting next to Richard Jeni in row 37. So I'm sitting there, we take off. Steve comes over and says to me and the guy next to me, we have a choice today. We have chicken and Salisbury steak. So the guy goes, I'll have the chicken. So I go, yeah, I'll have that too. And Steve goes, we just ran out. I go, what? He got the last piece. Oh, really? Nice going, Barabbas. This is the last straw. We take off. I'm writing a pissy letter now. Dear American Airlines, why am I sitting next to the toilet? What the heck is this? Why don't you have any chicken? And another thing, I smell smoke in this plane and... I say, hey, you smell smoke? He goes, yeah, it's probably some idiot lit a cigarette in the bathroom. Yeah, that's probably it. Now some idiot smoking a cigarette in our bathroom, and I... Cigarette made out of rubber and electrical wires. That's a nasty habit this guy has. And you know the old saying, where there's smoke, there's panic. This one guy freaked, and that didn't have a good effect on the rest of the passengers, because it was Steve. That guy turned into Porky Pig. He got on the microphone. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a small emergency here. We're going to turn the plane around and try and fly back to the airport. Please don't be concerned, because here at American Airlines, safety, and I quote, is our #1 problem. That's what comes out of the guy's mouth, because he's scared, right? And I was going, you have nailed it, Steve. That is our #1 problem. If Casey Kasem was here, he'd say, let's take a look at our #1 problem right now. Moving down a notch to #2, they were out of the chicken. And taking over the #1 problem spot, the plane's on fire, and we're all gonna die a horrible death. So, and you start thinking, whoa, I could really die up here. This could be it. This plane's filling up with smoke, it's bouncing. What are my regrets in my life? And you realize you only have one regret, being on that goddamn plane. That's all you care about. I don't care about any of this other stuff. I don't care about the chicken. I don't care about anything. I would eat that guy's toe on a cracker if it would get me off this plane. Of all the people that are flying around on planes that are not on fire, I have to be on a flying shush kebab with Steve the stuttering steward and a fungal Roman emperor. Why is it such a cruel world? Why me? How could it happen? And you're sitting there, boy, you're looking out that window going, oh, come on, runway, come on, runway. Yes, I'm alive. And you love everybody. Nice toe, buddy. Let's go out for chicken sometime. I'm just saying you have to be thankful for your little things in your little pishy little life. I know that's corny to say, but it's kind of true. You complain around here and you look around the world and you realize, wow, some people, I read about the Congo, that country, the Congo, the people make $16 a month. No offense, but how poor can you be? You could go to the best restaurant in that country and bribe the head waiter with a penny. Do you have a reservation? No, I don't, but I think my friend Abe Lincoln does. I'd like to see my table now. So you think about it, how bad is your little stupid life, you know? I actually have my own satellite dish. Me, a little stupid pecker like me. My own satellite dish that plays porno movies 24 hours a day. I mean, it plays other stuff too, I'm assuming. And I gotta tell you, I'm not embarrassed to tell you that, because I know what you're doing. I read books. 90% of all guys masturbate. A fact. The other 10%, no arms. Proven fact. Yes, a fact. Oh, yeah. 60% of the women do it. 60%! And the other 40% expect you to believe it takes that long to take a fucking bath. Come on! Get out of the bathtub, will ya? What are you doing in there? I'm not clean yet. Get out of there. Nobody's that dirty. Come on, it's Tuesday. Well, why not? I think you should be proud of your masturbational activities. People are always bragging about all the sex they're having. Why shouldn't you brag about all the jerking off you're doing? You know, guys like to twist your ear off. All right, Rich, so we get home, right? And she covers me with, like, Vicks Vapor Rub, right? Then she takes one of those cake riders and shoves it up my butt and fills it with Fruit Loops. Hey, 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 hey! Just shut up. Listen to one of my stories for a change. Gather around, boys. I got an anecdote for you. Okay. I get home Tuesday, and I'm alone, right? I know. I didn't think anything was going to happen either. Next thing you know, I shut the lights. Boom! I'm all over myself like a cheap suit. Upstairs, downstairs. Doing it all over the house. And then I had to stop because... Lo siento. I'm so sorry. I did not know. Come on. Especially if you're a woman who's reached her sexual peak age. You can get a guy that can keep up with you all night, but then you got to get up early and drop him off at school. It's not worth it. It's not worth your time. You know how it is when a guy passes their sexual prime. Most nights they got that one bullet in the chamber, if you know what I'm saying. The orgasm alone almost kills him. And if you don't believe me, gals, get a good look at him at the point of maximum joy. They don't look too sharp, do they? They got that just cross the tape at the Boston Marathon look. You know when the guy comes through the tape and he's like, just Gatorade splashing, knees buckling, you know what I mean? If you hook the average guy up to a machine making love, like a heart machine, this is what you see, look. Let's do it again. How's Tuesday? But I'm in the mood now. I'm in a diabetic coma. Better get up. I'm writing a check out of your account. That's all right. I'm putting fresh cut flowers in your butt crack. Whatever. If you don't do it, I'm going to have sex with a guy that lives across the street. Hey, honey. Get the barbecue back while you're over there, will you? That guy has had that for a month. That's bullshit. Barbecue borrowing motherfucker. Don't you start that farting tonight, Richard. I'm not doing anything. Will you leave me alone? Stop that, you pig. I'm going to make you sleep on the couch. Yes, it is a known fact that men will fart in the bed while they're sleeping. But here's the really tragic news. So will women, it turns out. Oh, it was a dark day when I got that little nugget of info. The most beautiful little angel girl you ever saw. Sleeping with a little halo on her head. Cherubs were flying over her, sprinkling sleepy dust on her pillow. I can't even describe to you the magnitude and duration of this particular blast. Scientists now believe a similar blast may have ended the career of the dinosaur. Looking back, I should have known something big was headed toward our home. The barometric pressure had been dropping all day. There was a red sky that morning, and our pets had been acting a little skittish. The blast hit at 2:16 a.m. on a clear Tuesday night. If it was a musical note, it would be the word brave at the end of the Star-Spangled Banner. You know how long that goes? That's how long this thing just... And the home of the... Curtains blowing out the window. Dog running under the bed. Tropical fish hiding in the castle. Cherubs coming down with their wings on fire. Brave. And I was going, whoa, whoa. I can never look at you the same way again. Mainly because of the retina damage. And I'm not trying to embarrass any women. God love all the women of America. But they will not admit it. They will go to their grave. I did not. Don't you say I did not. You're making it up. Oh, am I? Suppose I am making up these burn marks here in our mattress. Snoopy's features are barely recognizable. What's all this purple confetti? That used to be your underwear. It was a force of nature. Who are these men? They're a hazmat team. Pack your shit. We gotta go to a hotel. We're lucky to be alive, damn it. How many people believe in God in the crowd? A lot of people believe in God. Yes. All right. How many people in the audience are Catholic? Applaud if you are. Oh, quite a few. Okay. And how many are sure to go to church every Sunday? A small gap. Okay, so let me see if I got you here. You believe that somewhere up in the sky there's an old man in a beard who sits behind a gate and is surrounded by little angels who play musical instruments. And their arch enemy is a red man with horns and a pitchfork. But the part you can't believe is you have to get up early on a weekend. What kind of crazy stuff is that? Well, I don't blame you. My mom used to take me to Catholic church. Every weekend, my mom took me to Catholic church, and I think I speak for everyone here when I say, oh, that ain't no rock and roll show there, boy. That's why every week, auto racing attendance is going up, and Catholic church attendance is going down. Plus, auto racing has better commercials. You turn on the radio, Sunday, Sunday. The church should use them, maybe to get the crowd back. You turned on your radio and heard, attention church fans, this Sunday at 12 o'clock Mass, see Big Daddy Monsignor Murphy take on the devil himself. The priest from the east versus the thunder from down under. It's all about 12 o'clock Mass, Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. And they'd be going, sounds fucking great, man. Get the car. We'll go Saturday night, we'll tailgate, party. You know, but... Well, they got to do something to liven it up. As it is, Mass is actually short for massive head trauma. Sustained from your mother whacking you in the side of your head every 5 minutes because you keep thinking of goofy things to do because you're bored to death. Every week, man, I'd be sitting in that little church pew with my mom and she'd just keep hitting me. And you're bored, and the priest uses a word like Hosanna. You can't help it. You're 9. Automatically. Oh, Hosanna. And your mother hits you. Stop doing that. All right, quit hitting me. Sit straight and you shut up. Don't embarrass me in here. Start acting like a Christian, I'm going to beat the crap out of you. You sit straight. All right, quit hitting me. The main problem is up in the front is a guy called a priest. His main job is to stand in one spot. No expression, no emotion, and say the word Lord upwards of 8 million times in an hour. No moving around, just standing in one spot. And he always has a very weird voice. Trust me, this is true. Every priest has a very clipped, just caught my privates in a car door, kind of Kermit the Priest sound to the delivery, like this. Lord! Oh, Lord God! Oh, God, Lord! Oh, Lord! As I must do each week, let me repeat things over and over again, so as to fill up a butt-ass boring hour. Lord, you are holy, 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 holy. Well, you are one holy guy there, Lord. And God named the animals. And the cow he called cow. And the dog he called dog. And the priest he called boring. All right. Why do you have to keep hitting me? You sit straight and shut up. You do not embarrass me in here. We are in God's house right now. God is in here with us. Yeah, God's in here. Okay. What did he do? Lose a bet? All right. Well, give me a break, Mom. Look at this place. Why would God be in here? If I was God, I'd be in front of the church by now on a cell phone smoking a cigarette. You'd walk out of the church and there'd be God with a telephone and a smoke. You'd say, God, what are you doing here? I couldn't take one more minute of that stuff. I didn't know what eternity was till I walked on that joint. What are you doing? What are you doing outside the church? I'm just checking my messages. Hi, it's God. Anybody call? Yes, quite a few today, God. Let's see. 1 million people called from casinos to say they really need a 7. Alrighty then. 4 million people called from bathroom floors to say, make it stop and I'll never drink again. Okay. Oh, and are you having a party? Because 1 billion people called and said, yes, God, I'm coming. What do they mean by that? That's probably nothing. I gotta change my number. Something, but this guy is still going on. Lord, let me drag this out as long as I can. Let us read from the Epistle of an Apostle. Romans 7, Leviticus 3, 25 or 6-4. Chicago 1, St. Louis 0. Bottom of the second. Here's the pitch. It's a long fly ball. Jesus Christ was sent by God himself. And I'm sitting there going, why is this taking... All right, quit hitting me. Where did they get this guy from anyway, Mom? I kept thinking, this church is in the middle of Brooklyn, New York. Why can't they get one of these local Goodfellas, sharkskin, Joe Pesci type of guys? Let him conduct the sermon, and we'd be out of there in 5 minutes. If a guy just came bounding up to the altar, hey, everybody, all right, sit down, shut up. I'm the Reverend Vinny Sipichalis. I'm double parked out there. I ain't got a lot of time. Okay, here's everything you got to know if you want to be a Catholic and get into heaven. A long time ago, a broad you never met talked to a snake, bit a piece of fruit, so you're all born evil, no-good scumbags. Hey, that part goes without saying. Okay, now, skip ahead, skip ahead, skip ahead. All right, the world's getting very evil. God sends down his son. There's a pregnant virgin in a barn. 3 wise guys come from the east. That's Christmas. Get a tree. Skip, 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 skip ahead. All right, now this guy Jesus, he's getting big. His friend rats him out. The Romans whack him. That's Easter. Get a bonnet. So, pretty much that's it. You got the priests, you got the saints, you got the Cardinals. Right now the Saints are playing the Cardinals. I got a big bet on the game. I can't be here. God bless you. See you next week. There. Done. How hard is that? Thank you. Can I get an amen now? Good night, Cerritos. Thank you very much. Thank you, Rick.
Okay, opening of the show. I could start out talking about where I grew up. Yeah. It all started for me, back in the streets of Brooklyn where oh, who cares? Nobody cares. Nobody. Animation? Little animated guy? That's always funny. Next. Not always.
Okay, it needs to be deeper and more personal. Okay. Psychologically, comedy is like a wall that I build to keep out the destructive forces of life. Yeah, none of this is working. It's not working. Let's just call it what it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Richard Jeni.
Wow, thank you very much. Welcome to a big steaming pile of me. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our set, and I think I speak for everyone when I say, huh? This is the famous yin-yang ball, the ancient Chinese symbol for the opposing forces of life, right there. The yin and the yang, the up and the down, the opposing forces of the universe. Kind of the situation I'm in tonight. This crowd is so good that if the show sucks, I have no one to blame. Making this crowd happy is the second easiest job you can ever have. First easiest, whoever gets to put Michael Jackson in the witness chair and create reasonable doubt. How hard can that be? I don't even have a law degree, and I think I could get Michael Jackson, you know. I would just go, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, there he is. That's all I have. Y'all get a good look at my boy. See if you think he's capable of anything out of the ordinary. There he is. Yeah, I don't know. But it's a tough thing to prosecute Michael Jackson, you know, because everybody is entitled to a jury of their peers. There he is. Where you can run the vacuum up and down the gene pool 24/7 without sucking up this much of whatever that has become. He has no peers. He's peerless. He's peerless. So why am I picking on poor little mutated Michael Jackson? Because Michael Jackson is a cautionary tale for the rest of us, folks. Michael Jackson is what happens when you keep fixing it until it's broke. That's what you get. And we're used to him now, but if you'd never seen Michael Jackson in your life, folks, and he just kind of jumped out at you, it would be quite a start. Like, let's say you were out playing golf, you know. You knock your ball into the woods. You're a little creeped out, you know, you're in your woods, it's overcast. All of a sudden, something that looks like that comes swinging out of the trees naked. Hee. What would you do? I would pummel him with a 3-wood till he stopped moving. If all of a sudden I heard, where the hell is that ball? Hee. 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 Come here, look at this. It just came out from those trees. Holy shit, I thought I was gonna have a heart attack. Half man, half woman. Half black, half white. And it was walking backwards and forwards at the same time. Holy shit. Let's get out of here. You fucker. Yeah. Always good to start out the show with a little Michael Jackson humor. You know why? Because it's good to have 3-4 minutes of show where somebody isn't pissed off at me. Michael Jackson is the only thing in America that you can make fun of without pissing somebody off. Nobody disagrees with that material. They never stand up in the audience. You wait a goddamn minute. You'll be keeping your dirty mouth off the king of pop. A man is innocent of child molesting until he's proven guilty. And any man who says different will be dealing with me. Father Murphy of the Boston Archdiocese. And that concludes our not pissing off anybody portion of the show. But that's the trouble with doing comedy, you know? People all have their opinions in their little groups, and they all get mad. And it used to be if people got mad at what you said in comedy, you know, they just, like, wrote you a letter. Now I have a website with email, and they can threaten my life by the hundreds. And they send you emails, you know, and call you terrible names like punk faggot. Yeah. Not punk or faggot, one word, punk faggot. Just because I went on a TV show, this is all I did. I was on a show, and they go, Richard, you're a comedian. What's it like flying around with all the extra security? And I said, I don't like flying anymore. If there's two things I cannot tolerate, it's the disgraceful practice of racial profiling, guys wearing turbans on my flight. Those are the two. Yeah. And right then is when the turban Americans went to the computer and sent me the death threats. Email after email. Dear little punk faggot. You'd better sleep with one eye open because you're dead from now on. Just because you wear a turban, it doesn't mean that you're a terrorist. I know it doesn't mean you're a terrorist. All I'm saying is, can you please not wear it for the 3 shitty hours we're trapped on an airplane? Is it that big? Are you keeping up with the news? You're making everybody nervous. When you get off the plane, make up for the lack of turban. Go to Bed Bath & Beyond and just get yourself a turban that is so high in the air that you can't even walk down the street without tickling Allah's nutsack. It's for 3 fucking hours. 3 hours. Is it gonna kill you? It's not gonna kill you. 3 hours. 3 hours. You know the answer to that one, folks. You miserable faggot. That turban is part of my religious belief. Or whatever. Look, we have to respect people who have strong religious beliefs, right? Because if you don't, they'll kill you. But why? Why do we have to show our religious beliefs every second of the day, no matter how much it annoys anybody else? You know, I'm Christian. I don't come bouncing onto the jet spiked to a big wooden cross. I suppose I have the right to do it. But it's a narrow aisle. It's a big cross. You're gonna clonk people in the head as you go down. Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me, pardon me, excuse me. Sir, you'll have to check that bullshit, honey. This is my religion, and I intend to annoy everybody on this plane. But it won't fit overhead. Sure it will. It's a Murphy cross. It folds up. Travel with it all the time. That's not fair, you little punk faggot. You're not even a practicing Christian. Yeah, he's got me there. I'm Catholic in the same way that if a cow was born in a tree, then it's a bird. I wouldn't say I'm a fanatic. You miserable faggot. Death threats for doing comedy. Can you imagine? That kind of stung. You know, you can't be responsible for every fear that goes through your head for a couple of seconds. There's that part of your brain, primitive, politically incorrect, get scared. How many people, even though they're adults, are afraid to sleep with their foot hanging over the bed because of the little guy that comes out and gets it? That make any sense? Does anybody know anybody that's been attacked by that guy? You can't help it. You know he's under there. And he has 5 rows of razor teeth, and he can snap your bones like a twig. But for reasons nobody can explain, he cannot penetrate the sheets. That stops him. But as soon as you start talking about political things, that's when everybody weighs in. Yeah, everybody gets pissed off. Because a lot of people are very extreme, you know? People are very sure about what they believe. You know, they're on the far right or they're on the far left of politics. And you know, if you're on the far right or the far left, you know what you've done now? You've gone too far. Yeah, because that's where you find the extremist wackos, right out there. Because after that 9/11, I was so mad, I said, that's it. I'm becoming a hardcore, hard-ass, right-wing Republican fucker. So you run all the way over to the far right side, and there they are. There's your right-wing crew, a bunch of money-grubbing, greenhouse gassing, seal clubbing, oil drilling, Bible thumping, missile firing, right-to-lifing, lethal injecting hypocrites. There they are. There's your crew. There they are. People whose idea of a good time is strapping a dead panda to the front of a Lincoln Navigator and running over everybody in the gay parade. I can't deal with them. Here. I'm going over here to the left side to be with all these loony lefty liberal people. And there's the crew. A bunch of bong smoking, America bashing, flag burning, yoga posing, incense burning, dolphin saving, salmon eating hypocrites. There they are. There's the crew. These are the sensitive liberal people who are always yelling about everybody's freedom of speech and expression. Unless you happen to say something that pisses them off. Then they can't wait to tie your ass to the back bumper of a Toyota hybrid and drag it to the Berkeley campus and drop your carcass in front of the Fidel Castro building for the continuing study of why America sucks. Lunatics. The only place it makes sense to be, I think, is a little more moderate in here, right? The centrist, the middle. Like me, yeah. Yeah. Bunch of flip-flopping, fence-sitting, half in, half out, half-assed, non-voting so they can bitch no matter who wins. Those are your guys. But the ones that annoy me slightly more than all the rest of us are the trillionaire, bleeding heart liberals. People who are gonna change the world if they have to spend every buck of your money to do it. The limousine liberal people. People living in a mansion that's got 20 rooms that nobody's in, they're air conditioned. Got a pool that nobody goes in, it's heated. Flying across the country on a 20-person jet all by themselves because they don't want to be late for a speech about energy conservation. Come on. Get off. Get off, you fucker. I think of all the people, the ones that annoy me slightly more are the rich limousine liberal people, because they remind me of that asshole. What's his name? Me. And you, because let's face it, we're all a little bit hypocritical. We could all help other people more than we do. We all can. Even if you're not rich, you're sitting home, you're on the couch, it's 1 in the morning, and you hear, for $9 a week, you can help this starving child. Everybody's got the $9. How do you not give it to them? You got to rationalize it somehow. You got to go, yeah, that kid doesn't look that hungry to me. Shit, he's got a bigger belly than I do. How can you feed a kid for $9 a week? That's impossible. Shit, a non-fat, low-carb latte is $4.50. What's that kid gonna do with 2 giant cups of coffee? I'm actually doing him a favor not giving him any money. Because there's nothing worse than being wide awake and starving. You're welcome, Mabupu. We're all a little bit full of shit. You know, very few of us are, you know what the average person is? Average. Pretty much, you know, there's very few people out there. And when people walk around making believe they're big heroes, it starts to take away the focus from the few people we have that actually are heroes, real-life heroes. Spider-Man, Kevorkian. Oh, Kevorkian's my man. Now, Kevorkian is a doctor that helped people die who are so sick that they just want to get out of here, which, you know, I can't say as I blame him. You know, I hope I'm never in this situation, but I've had the runs and written a suicide note. People look at a guy like Kevorkian, I don't know if you know, he looks weird. They go, that guy looks so weird. You got to admit, it's a little weird for a doctor to specialize in killing people. I don't know, I'm not a doctor. If you're not a doctor, the whole profession is a little squishy and disgusting. To me, it's a little weird for a doctor to specialize in proctology, for that matter. I'm sure he has his reasons, but who makes that decision? Come out of medical school, here's the whole human body, where do I want to hang? Okay, no, feet, nothing in the front. What do you got in the back? No, back of the head, no. Yeah. Now we're getting somewhere. Look at that, it opens up. An ass in crisis. A Christ ass. Are you insane? If that was my job, I would have like a catcher's mask, oven mitts, and a rubber finger on the end of a javelin. I go, time for your examination, Tom, get down there. Okay, this is gonna pinch just a little bit. God damn it, I wish I was killing this guy. Oh, sucks. I love a guy like Kevorkian. You may not agree with him, but he's got guts. That's a leader. That's a guy, and I'd do anything for a guy like that. Except be his roommate, that's gotta be tense. He comes in, Rich, you awake? Yes, I am, Jack. I'm wide awake, and I will be all night. I have never felt healthier than I do right now. Just close the door there, Jack. Need to get that guy out of jail. Oh. But as soon as you get into politics, there's no talking anybody out of it, you know? There's nothing you can do about it. Because people, whatever they believe, you know, you can basically justify anything you believe. There's always a counter-argument for anything, you know? War starts, and, you know, I have my friends, my liberal friends, and they're like, dude, violence never solved anything. Solved World War II. I'm not saying it's the best solution, but it's a solution. Violence never solved anything. And you go, you know, violence is one of the only things that permanently solves any fucking thing. Why do you think you're supposed to get along with countries halfway across the world with different cultures and different interests? Have you ever been on vacation with 6 friends and tried to decide where to eat dinner and watch that war break out? I'm lactose intolerant. Why do you get to pick? It's 6 o'clock. I want to go at 7. I want to go 8. That shit can go on forever. But if one of you had a gun, it would be over. You'd go, we're going to Wendy's. It's not the best solution, but it's a solution. But there's no talking people out of it. People are for a war or against a war, and people will say, dude, it's all a conspiracy. Terror is just a word, man. You can't have a war on a word. If the war's on a word, how do you know where the enemy is, man? There's clues. Like, let's say a bunch of American people get killed and you turn on your television. The people jumping up and down, dancing and singing, there they are. That's them. That's the one. The people fucking hopping up and down. The people going, la, 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 kill them all right now. Fuck them up, kill them all, la, 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 la. Hey, la, la, la. You're sitting there going, God, you French motherfuckers. Get off my television. What are you doing here? I know that was like a little mean to pick on the French people when plenty of other countries hate the Americans. Germany. Oh, when the Germans found out that the Americans were mistreating people in a prison. Woof! Oh. Oh. They were were this close to suing for copyright infringement. They were pissed off. They were fucking mad. This close. You will get your own ideas, is what they said. Yeah, that's what they said. La la la, kill the Americans, fuck them up today. Doesn't that make you a little mad when you see people? I don't need people from foreign countries hating me for shit that I didn't do that happened a long time ago. You know why? I'm a white male. I can get enough of that right here in this country. Yep. Yeah, for 200 years, the most fun thing you could be in America was a white guy with a few bucks in the bank. I show up, fuck you, party's over. My own friends, white people. Dude, what do you expect? You killed all the Indians. Me? I don't even know any Indians. The only Indians I ever met got me so drunk I was splitting kings at the blackjack table. I'll tell you shit like that. You killed all the Indians. What? I don't recall doing that. I think I'd remember doing something like that. No matter how drunk you were, you'd wake up the next day and know that something went horribly wrong the night before. Wouldn't you be there in your bed going, God, oh, shit, what a night. What is all this turquoise jewelry doing in the apartment? I don't remember. A feather in my ass? Why would I have Oh, no! Oh, don't tell me I was out killing the Indians again. I don't know, I just wish people didn't agree with foreign countries so loudly around here. Oh, they must be right. They're not us. Come on! You know, I've been to France. It's different. Every country's good at different stuff. Don't forget, the French people invented the flaky and buttery croissant. Somebody has to do shit like inventing the flaky croissant. And it's not going to be the Americans. That's not our specialty. Nobody's sitting around here going, what's the right amount of layers of pastry that will make a thing big yet small? Fuck that, we're busy. We're not inventing the flaky croissant. We might invent the heat-seeking, laser-guided, flying, bitch-slap-your-bunker-open croissant, but not the buttery croissant. It took the French people to invent the croissant. But it took the American people to stuff it full of crappy ham and shitty, shiny cheese. And make $1 billion a week flinging it into your car window at the drive-thru. Here's your Chris sandwich, you fat piece of shit. Die, you piece of shit. Get out of here. Yeah. We might not think of an idea first, but we'll figure out a way to fuck it up and sell more of it. Yeah. Besides, it's not like the Americans never think of any foods on their own. Be proud of your country. This country invented the fruit roll-up, goddammit. Yeah. Take that, you frogs. I have a souffle in the oven. Yeah, I got a dessert. You get 3-hole punch and put in a loose leaf binder. What do you think of that? It's called the fruit roll-up, froggy. Sounds interesting. I would like to try one. Yeah. You near a fax machine? I'll send you one right now. Maybe they're just different. That's the amazing thing about the United States of America. We got the best shit-shining con artists, flim-flam marketing people everywhere. I mean, you can say whatever you want, but this country has a kick-ass military and really good bullshit marketing people. If this country was a person, it would be a used car salesman with a flamethrower. And that's the amazing thing about the United States. We can sell anything, but we can't sell the rest of the world on the idea that this is a good place. It's time to let the marketing and ad people out of the gate, let them make some commercials for the United States, and maybe we can get people to like us better. If we can sell thigh cream, we can sell the United States. Thigh cream. We got people convincing you that if you put some cream on your big, fat, giant, rubbing thunder thighs, that somehow they're going to get smaller. How asinine. You can't put cream on a part of your body and change how big the... Trust me, it's not possible to... You just... selling thigh cream and we can't sell the country. You know we can get to sell the United States? All the people that are selling us all the bad food that's making it. We have an obesity epidemic in the USA. 1 out of every 3 Americans weighs as much as the other 2, which to me... How do people get to be that obese? I got this friend, 5'10", 450 pounds. He's what the doctors call morbidly obese. How bad is that when the word obese doesn't quite capture what you are? He's morbidly obese. If he works really hard and goes on a diet, he could be obese. What's going on? How does it happen from the advertising of food that's not even food? Did you ever see the sausages on the Denny's commercial? There is nothing lower in this life than a Denny's sausage. Ugh. On the commercial, they are the most gorgeous, sexy, porky little bitches. They are freaking, oh man, all tan and dewy and just slow-moing into that plate like models coming down the runway all... Oh. To a regular person, okay, but to an obese guy on the couch, that's like putting porno in front of the guy. He's in front of the TV rubbing his stomach. Oh, yeah. Says, oh, you hot little bitches. Oh, you want some hot syrup squirted all over you, don't you? Squirt it. Squirt it. Oh, oh. Yeah. Height 5'10", weight 450, blood type chunky monkey. If everything else fails, you know we can get to make an advertisement for this country? The cigarette people. The all-time world champion bullshitters that ever walked the planet. The cigarette people. They're saying, look, for $7 a day for 30 years, we'll help you kill yourself. And doing such a good job of getting people to sign up for this program that they now have the confidence to make commercials telling us not to buy what they're selling. If that don't put the cock in cocky, what does? They're daring you to buy their product. They're on TV. We sell these cigarettes. But if we were you, we wouldn't buy them. No, no. These can cause premature birth, whether you're pregnant or not. If you want to be healthy, you'd be better off going to a Greyhound bus station bathroom and licking the doorknob. So I'm saying if we can sell bad food, useless thigh cream, and deadly cigarettes, we could sell the United States if we had the right slogan. Here's the slogan for this country. America, 20 million illegal aliens can't be wrong. There it is. That's your slogan. That says what you need to know. There it is. There you have it. 20 million illegal aliens can't be wrong. If people are risking their lives in the ocean to come to another country, they must be hoping for an improvement. They're not boating enthusiasts. And anytime somebody is risking their life in the ocean to change countries, it's never anybody leaving from here. It's never a family in Connecticut pitching the ironing board into the Atlantic. Never a dad with a pipe and a golf sweater going, Muffy, Conrad, I've had enough. The Eddie Bauer catalog is late again. We're rowing out of here tonight. Get my squash racket and tie the closet door to my ass. All I'm saying, I love people from everywhere. I travel, I go. I go to the Caribbean, Jamaica, Mexico. The people are great, the beaches are beautiful, and let's face it, you cannot get that kind of diarrhea here at home. You just can't. That's not ordinary diarrhea. That's a germ that rides up your ass with a sombrero and a couple of 6 guns. That's, isn't it? Isn't it? That's a germ. Everybody out, ándale, ándale, vámonos, everybody out. You know, you never get that diarrhea where you can't believe it? You're sitting on the toilet with a look on your face like you're watching acrobats in a circus. You're sitting there going, get out of here. That's impossible. A human body cannot do that. Oh my God. Am I alive? You little miserable faggot. What are you trying to prove? Just because some place isn't as bad as another place doesn't mean that it's good. Exactly. That's all I'm saying is the United States is slightly less ridiculous than a lot of other places. I know there's things wrong. I mean, this is a comedy show. I don't want to get depressing, but right here in the United States last year, there were 1 million vehicle thefts, 90,000 rapes, and 18,000 murders right here in the USA. And then the government said, enough is enough. They drew a line in the sand and nailed Martha Stewart's ass to the fucking wall. Right to the back wall. Ah! Fucking Martha Stewart. Not a minute too soon. How are we supposed to sleep at night knowing that that sick bitch is running around loose? Every night I'd be at my bedroom window. Come to bed, Richard. I can't. She's out there. Who? Martha Stewart. She could be loading her salad shooter right now. What is wrong with you? Shh. You hear that? It's a cricket. It's an egg timer. She's very close. If you're still worried, why don't you go get her yourself? Are you nuts? I sent the dog. Here he comes. Come here, boy. What the hell happened, boy? What? She knitted him a sweater and booties. It's on, you sick bitch. Stop it. What the hell are you doing? I knew you were an idiot when I married. Come here, boy. We'll wait all night if we have to. We'll sit here with this hand-squeezed lemonade. My wife doesn't make lemonade. Oh, my God, she's in the house! Run! Martha, a knitting needle. Yeah, put that bitch in prison. Put her where she belongs, in the top bunk. And a guy doing 10 years for marijuana in the bottom bunk. And both of them watching O.J. play golf on the black and white TV. Justice. Justice. Pot is illegal because the Congress won't make it legal. And when you think about it, potheads are the only ones that will watch Congress on C-SPAN without changing that channel. Any normal person sees Congress come up on their television and goes, huh, we almost saw those idiots. It's only 2 idiots that are stoned, that are nailed to the couch, that think this shit is hilarious. Sitting there with a bong going, I love this show, dude. Me too, man. These guys are fucking hilarious. Dude, look at that guy, man. He's a dumbass. Why do you think that? It says it right on the bottom of the screen, man. You're so fucking stupid, dude. It stands for Democrat Massachusetts, man. Fuck him anyway, man. All right, dude, here we go. Here comes the vote. 52 nay, 48 yay. Yay! Yay! Pay up, fucker. I fucking told you Delaware wasn't getting that water treatment plant, man. Who's King Congress, fucker? What is going on around here? But is anybody talking about these important issues? No. What are they talking about? Gay people getting married. Whatever. Go, gay people, do it. Do whatever you want. Be the gay man you were born to be. He was born gay. I mean, not the second he was gay. You know, that's a little extreme. He didn't come out of the womb Broadway style. It wasn't like that. You know, it wasn't like, breathe, Mrs. Johnson. 3, 4, 5, and he went 6, 7, 8. Hi, everybody. Nice to be here. My name is Baby. What's yours? I just came out of the pussy, and I'm never going back in. That didn't happen. Is there anybody else who'd like to piss off? If you're a comedian, you kind of have to make fun of any kind of marriage, gay or otherwise. But I don't see what's so good about not being married. It's kind of like this. Married, not married, You know what it boils down to? Whether you want to be lonely or irritated. Those are your two main choices. Whichever one of those brings you the joy. The up, the down, the yin-yang ball. Because you could be a single guy for only so long, and then it starts to wear on you, you know? Because porno is like every other drug. After a while, you start building up a tolerance to it. Doesn't work as good as it used to. And you can't believe how far out you've gotten, because you started off, and you just had a little shitty laptop computer, you know? That's all you had. And it had a little slow dial-up connection, and the woman didn't even come out on the screen all at once. She just kind of dripped out. You'd be sitting there like an idiot. Come on, here comes the chick, come on. Pants down, come on, baby. Nice face, pretty good. Nice titties, we're on our way. Nice penis, what did I do? Oh. Get that off there. Ah, but you kept working at it, didn't you? You kept working and getting better at the internet. And 6 months later, you can't even let anybody in your house anymore. Because it's not your house. The windows are blacked out, newspapers in the driveway. It's the castle of Dr. Jerkenstein. You don't have a laptop now. Now you're in the middle of the room, bare-ass naked, in a Captain Kirk swivel chair. 8 flat-screen monitors nailed to the wall. Your cat's in the corner wearing a welding visor. You have a dog named Spot, but that wasn't his name when you first got him. No. Yeah, and that's when you realize you've gone too far. That's when it hits you. I gotta get out of here. I gotta take a shower. I gotta open these drapes. I gotta join the real world. This is ridiculous. I'm gonna be in love with a real woman, and we'll be together, and we'll be driving together on a nice sunny day, and she'll be sitting there, and I'll be driving, and she'll be with me, and she'll just be making me so wonderfully, beautifully, fucking tense that after a while during the drive, you can feel your colon pop out of your ass, come up your back, and start twisting itself into a noose around your throat. Because why would you want to drive alone like a masturbating loser when you can have the woman next to you pointing out the window at shit she thinks you're just about to crash into, and making it more likely that you will crash the fucking car because she keeps scaring the shit out of you by suddenly and out of nowhere making this noise. What? What? What, honey? There's nobody there. The truck! You almost hit the truck! What the hell? I saw the truck! Don't do that! You're scaring the shit out of me. That's what you want. You don't want to be alone like a masturbating loser when you can have the woman next to you in the car, cranking out non-stop, real-time, updated traffic information. It's like having a brand new radio station. You're listening to All Driving Complaint Radio, busting your balls from the driveway to the highway. You get all the great hits. Your exit's coming up, 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 your exit. And after a while, you're going, yeah, well, so is yours. What did you say? Nothing, my little co-piloting sugar lamb. And here's the sick, mean, twisted, unfair part. She drives like she's Ted Kennedy and the liquor store is closing in 5 minutes. Yeah. That makes you mad, doesn't it, guys? Makes you really mad, right? Yeah, why does it make you so mad? Yeah, I don't know either. That's one of those things that makes you so mad you start going, why am I so mad? Because you know how it is in love. There's always two arguments going on at once. There's the argument you're having up here in real life, and then buried way underneath is the real reason that you're pissed off. You're not mad because she's telling you the exit's coming up. You're mad because she doesn't trust you to be a man. A manly man driving a manly car the way a man can. A man who could take his hands off the wheel and still honk the horn. Honk. I'm still driving. That kind of man. A manly drive with a manly car that has a manlyhood. A manhood. And that's who's really driving the car, ladies, the manhood. So, ladies, remember, when you talk to the manhood, mark your tone well, because if the manhood's insulted, then the manhood can't swell. No. He doesn't feel strong, he doesn't feel stout, and he'll sulk, and he'll pout, and he'll never come out. So if you want that love to continue to thrive, ladies, sit there, shut up, and let the dick drive. There you have it. The manhood. That's who's driving the car. But God bless the women. I love women. I think they're the best thing ever, right? Sure. Because women come up with ideas that you as a guy left alone are not capable of thinking of. They come up with ideas. They come in going, I found out about a play in our area, Richard. I want to go see it. It's nearby. It's called The Vagina Monologues. Richard, would you like to come with me to see The Vagina Monologues? Abso-fucking-lutely. That is a promising title for a play. Get my top hat and call us a taxi. I love ventriloquism. Bring on the show. Because I'm figuring that's the show I thought it would be. Hello, I'm Sharon Stone. And I'm Lamb Chop. But nope. Nope. Imagine my chagrin when it turned out to be an angry vagina. A vagina with an agenda. You know what that show was in a single word? That's right, a vagina. It was a pretty good show, though, The Vagina Monologues. You should all go see it. I thought it was really good. It was thought-provoking. Here's one thought it provoked. Why don't they have a show called The Penis Monologues on Broadway? That's right, lady, because nobody goes see a show that's over in 5 minutes and you have to wait an hour for the encore. You happy? There. There. A cheap, demeaning penis joke and the ladies rejoice. Yeah. The penis can't have a show like the vagina can have a show. The penis has no problems, right, ladies? There are no problems. He leads a carefree, swaying penis life. What could he possibly talk about? What political issues could he bring to the public's attention? Here's one. Circumcision. The silent killer. How many guys in the audience are sitting there with a goodly chunk of their peen shiced off right now? Look at the shame. They won't even answer most of them. Every year, terrified infants strapped down, the front of their little penis chopped off. Is there a postage stamp? Is there a bake sale? Is there a telethon? Is there an explanation that makes any sense? You know, you talk to your mother and you go, why, when I was a little baby, did you strap me down and chop off the front of my penis? And she'll say, well, we wanted you to match your father. Match my what? I was a baby, bald, chubby, laying around not doing anything. I already matched Dad pretty well. Yeah, this is pretty funny material, isn't it, ladies? Penile mutilation. There's a knee-slapping topic. But this is why the penis is such a troublemaker when he gets older. Because he was abused as a small child. Yes. He was abused as a child. There he was. A little innocent baby little cocktail, Frank. Look at him. Just the way God made him. Look at that little guy. He never had a sexual thought in his little baby penis life. Look at him. And then, wham! Half his fucking head sliced off. The rest of his life, a mutilated freak. Half his face missing. Locked away in a dirty place with nothing to do but plot revenge for what's happened to him. Now he's the penis of the opera. running back and forth in your pants. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. I'll get even for what they've done to me. I'll bide my time and take my revenge in Las Vegas. That's where he gets even with you. In the stripper club, makes you spend all your money. Because ladies always go, why do men go there? Well, the brain doesn't want to. The brain's in the stripper club going, this is ridiculous. Can't afford it, not gonna get laid, I'm gonna be tired at work, I can't afford to be doing it. But the penis of stripper club is the highest form of art. You can't afford not to be doing this. Women sliding up and down on long, stiff poles, this is genius. I haven't seen a ballet like this in years. The music is so loud you can't even talk to the women. These people have thought of everything. Genius. Spy. And the other reason men like the stripper clubs, ladies, is this. It's very emotionally satisfying for men to deal with strippers. Because strippers make a man feel intelligent. Yeah, because when you go to the stripper club, you don't have to worry what they want. You don't have to think about what they want. They don't want to know when you're coming home. They don't want to know why you left. They don't want to know where their relationship is going. They want the one thing that every loser, emotionally stunted fucking idiot has. They want $1. There wouldn't be one divorce in America if that's all your woman ever wanted. Oh. Not one divorce in America. You go, honey, why are you crying? And she goes, because I'm old and I'm fat and I hate my stupid life. And you'd go, well, sounds like somebody needs $1. There you are, my dear. Take it down to the 99-cent store and keep the change. Oh, what a life it would be. Striding around the house with a sack of magic bucks, solving every problem. You never help with any of the thank you. Whenever my parents come over, you thank you. I want to have another child. Thank you, I'm fulfilled, dollar man. So there's really nothing wrong with going to the stripper clubs, really. If you tell the woman at the beginning, like that ever happened. Right? Did that ever happen, ladies? Did the guy ever sit there on the first date in his whole life, look at you across the table and go, listen, I'm just telling you right here on this first date, just so you know, no matter how much I love you, if you get involved with a guy like me, whenever your back is turned, I will be sneaking off to every slimy stripper place in the world, blowing a lot of money that I could be spending on us, and I want that known up front, because that's who I am. That's what I do. I'm all up in that shit, dog. That's what I'm about for me, for myself. That doesn't happen, does it? On the other hand, the woman never tells you on the first date that she happens to drink some red wine and has some PMS, that she's capable of crimes against humanity. Yeah, that never comes up either. Now I know. I didn't know at the beginning, but now you know. You know, she drinks some red wine and has some PMS. Well, we can only agree on one thing. We both wish I was dead. And I don't really blame any women when they have a bad period for being in a bad mood. It's not a good time, is it? It's like once a month, the woman's body turns into a vicious loan shark. It's like once a month, the woman's body is going, hey, honey, can I talk to you a minute? Come here. Did you have a baby this month, or what happened? You didn't have a baby again. All right. Well, hey, you're busy, right? What can you do with it? How many fucking times I gotta talk to you about the same fucking thing, huh? The fuck is wrong with you? Smarten up and have the kid. I'll be back next month. Can't really blame the woman. So, you know, you can't blame the woman for being in a bad mood. You know, sometimes she's having a period, the chemicals are moving through her there. Sometimes those chemicals mix with the chemicals in the wine, and it's like a witch's brew. A little menstruation, a bottle of Cabernet. Now you'll be wrong no matter what you say. We went out to a restaurant on her birthday, and we were having a really good time, but she was drinking red wine and having PMS, so I'm on full security alert. I know a fight's coming. I don't know where, I don't know how. I just know it'll be long, it'll be bad, and I won't know how it started. Sure enough, this waitress comes walking toward our table with the biggest bouncy waitress knockers, proving once again that tits are like the police. They're always walking in when you don't want them to. If you're looking for them, no chance. When you don't want them, boom, 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 boom. This is when your brain sends an emergency message down to your eyeballs, like, attention eyeballs, this is the brain. Mayday, mayday, mayday. We have 2 giant presumes closing from the south. Do not engage. Repeat, do not engage. She's drinking red wine and there's PMS. We are at DEFCON 3. I say again, 2 bouncing honkers are closing. Chest size, 3, Niner. Cup size, David. Do not engage those tits. But it's too late because your eyeballs are calling back like this. Yeah, you're breaking up a little bit there, brain. Looks like we've got a couple of bazooms closing in from the south here. We're going to bank left and swoop in and get a closer look at this situation. So I guess I glanced at him. And don't ask me how women notice this kind of shit because it was really subtle. You know, it was one of these things like, hello, waitress, how are you? Can I have a Coke? Thank you, B. Yeah! Woo! Across the table, here's the view.
Do you like the waitress's body? You think she's attractive? Because if you do, maybe you should be with her instead of me. Do you like the waitress's tits, Richard?
Go home then. This is when you hear the alarm from the end of every science fiction movie you've ever seen when a planet's blowing up and you're 3 minutes to total destruction. There are 28 million possible answers to do you like the waitress's tits? All of them are incorrect. So you're sitting there going, to her boobs, did I like? No?
Why do you have to lie every second of your life? I'd have more respect for you if you acted like a man once in a while.
Attention all units, this is the brain. Do not act like a man. Repeat, do not act like a man. I've seen this before. You're being lured into an ambush. Jesus Christ, get everybody the fuck out of there, and I mean now. Yeah, but it's too late now. It's too late because somebody else. Yeah. Too late now. Somebody else broke on the line. They're going, yeah, fuck this. We've had enough. We're going in. Who the hell's this? This is the testicles. Out. And that's where you ruin everything. That's where you start going, okay, you want the truth, honey? Come on, lean into the table, because I don't want to upset. You want the truth is you should never drink when you're having your period, because something happens in your brain that makes you want to start stupid arguments when we should be having a good time. And if you want the whole truth, you cannot be mad at me because that waitress has some big tits, because that is not my fault. I didn't order them. They came with the meal. Yeah. They came with the meal. Begin final destruction countdown. Final destruction. 10, 9, 8. This is the testicle. She's going to blow. We're pulling back. The balls are going back in. Send in all the begging units. Wait, honey. I don't know what happened. I don't know. You know. I'm wrong. Because you know why? Because I'm always wrong. Because I'm shit. That's what I am. I am shit. Now, worse than shit. If there was a piece of corn in a piece of shit, whatever the worst part of that piece of corn is better than me compared to you. Forgive me. Destruction sequence temporarily paused. The story you've just seen is based on actual events. That's the sad part of that one. Well, thanks. Thank you very much. Thanks. You've been an amazingly wonderful audience tonight. And before we go, I just have to tell you that comedy is a really tough job because whenever you speak in public, there's always the outside danger that someone will listen to you. So don't forget, my opinions are just like anybody else's opinions. They're all a self-surfing, big, steaming pile of me. Just scratch any opinion, and underneath it, you'll find a human being trying to justify their own existence. And that doesn't mean you're a bad person. It just means you're a person. Because justifying yourself helps you value yourself, and that leads to preserving yourself. And self-preservation is the primary instinct of every human being. Evolution says that. Yeah, you miserable faggot. Not everybody believes in evolution, for your information. My God is Vishnu, and I wish you would shut the fuck up once in a while. And he's right. He's got a point again. Not everybody believes in evolution. In America, people are very religious, you know. 80% of all Americans believe that angels are around us all the time. And who's to say they're wrong, you know? It would explain that giggling in the room when I'm jerking off with the lights on. That ever happened to you? They're all, hey! What? But when you get an opportunity to talk to people like this on TV, you think, what do I know for sure? What's not just an opinion? And I think it's this. Everything I've come across in my life is like that ball. It's got an up and a down. It's a yin and a yang, you know, that's life. You start off, you're a little baby in a womb. That's good. Good. You know, you're in there, everything's taken care of, nobody's flipping you off, stealing your PIN number. And it's all coming in on free cable, yeah. But then life starts, you know, and it's a little like that, you know. They turn you upside down, you're born, spank your ass, take your fingerprints, and just to cap off the festivities, snip, circumcise you. Been on Earth 5 minutes, you're beaten, booked, and filleted. Is that fair? No. And every few years, another painful snip in life. First you find out there's no Easter Bunny, it was all bullshit. Snip, no Santa Claus. Snip, you don't become an athlete. Snip, you don't become a rock star. Snip, you gotta settle for some job you didn't even really plan on. Snip, 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 snip. Till you wind up alone in a hotel, thinking up jokes for drunks and getting emails calling you a punk faggot. But a lot of it's fun. A lot of it is a lot of fun. Thank you very much. Great crowd. Good night. Thank you very much. Good audience.
Good night, good crowd. Didn't suck.